hail Linda's Bush and the Plan B omelets.
Julius Caesar, BBC keeping it real.
That might change everything now that you mentioned it.
The great Brettzky 99.
Yeah, I always keep it 100. You always keep it 99.
One tastes like Popeyes, the other tastes like Taco Bell, and one tastes like gefilte fish.
This shout out also goes to my mega pound hole mangria.
And what podcast would that be? That would be The Tripod. Welcome to the Tripod Session, bitches.
Hit that music, mangria.
Now hit that music, mangria.
Hit that music, mangria.
Hit that music, mangeria.
Mangria? Hit that juicy.
Hit the music, mangria. God dang.
From now on, you can call me Lazarus. From now on, you can call me Lazarus. From now on, you can call me Lazarus. From a dead man walk, Lazarus. From now on, you can call me Lazarus. From now on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the After Party Hangover Tripod. The guys will be along shortly, but first, we're going to talk about AEW's Fyter Fest Night 2. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. AEW has gained even more former WWE talent. Oh, here we go. And welcome. He was missing last week, but he has returned this week. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the great Brettzky 99 back to the tripod. Hopefully he can hear me. I'm not sure. He's looking at me funny. We are recording. Can you hear me? No, I don't think he can. Oh, hold on. All right, well, until then. The first labor of Jericho starts. It's Jericho versus Shawn Spears, in which Shawn Spears can use a chair, but Jericho cannot. Of course, Jericho versus Shawn Spears. Shawn with Tully. We get MJF on commentary. He sits next to Tony, and we get like "fuck you" or "you suck" chants to MJF. Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's a little quieter than usual. Maybe that might be on my end. Let me turn it all the way up. How about now? You sound. Say something. Say hello to the crowd.
Yo, crowd, what's up? It's your boy, the great Brettzky. Stay tuned to the very end of the show because I have a very big announcement. And this is 100% legitimate. So stay tuned to the end of the show or fast forward. I don't know what the fuck you do. I don't know if you're, just Jay-ing it and having on the background while you're mowing your lawns and drinking your Coors with a straw. But, just stay tuned for a very big, not great Brettzky announcement, but Brett Bogner announcement. So stay tuned for that.
Well, Brett Bogner, we have kicked it off with Fyter Fest Night 2. Of course, the first labor of Jericho. Jericho versus Shawn Spears. Shawn can use a chair. Jericho cannot. MJF on commentary. Jericho attempts to use a chair, but ref Aubrey stops him. MJF then points out that with each labor of Jericho, his arm will continue to get worse. Shawn tosses the chair at Jericho's face in midair during the attempted springboard dropkick. Vintage Jericho. That is a Canadian god right there, MJF says. Shawn isn't doing too bad, even if he is armed with a chair. Speaking of which, he nails Jericho's arm with the chair when Jericho's arm is on the ring post. Jericho with the mounted 9 punches to Shawn in corner, finishing up with the second rope. Hurricane Rana. Crowd taunts Shawn doing the 10. That was pretty funny. While Walls of Jericho is applied, Tully distracts the ref. Sammy Guevara pulls Tully down. Shawn able to hit Jericho in the head with a chair and hit the C4. Goes for the pinfall attempt. Jericho kicks out at 2.5. Jericho tosses Shawn onto a wedge chair in corner. Judas Effect for the win. MJF on the mic says if anyone interferes at any of the other labors, then the deal is off. MJF then says the second labor is a no DQ match versus Nick Gage, who comes out armed with a pizza cutter. Brettzky, what did you think of the opening contest of Fyter Fest Night 2?
Overall, this was great. I really enjoyed this. I think the stipulation was very, very unique. because I haven't seen anything like this. Like they never said anything about like Jericho can't use a kendo stick, but like he never did. So like
Yeah.
it was interesting to see how like it kind of forced Aubrey as well as the referee to take more of a strict approach to it, which was very nice to see in AEW. But this is really good. I mean, I think there's a lot of innovative stuff here. I mean, MJF said it best on commentary that Shawn Spears is criminally underrated. And obviously we've all been fans of Shawn Spears. Like we praised him during like the early days of COVID, like when he was carrying with MJF on the sidelines and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just happy he's getting his due. I think it was a very good opening match. It was the right choice to open the night with the first labor. I think this is a very smart choice for them to open the night with. Jericho, by the way, when he hit that fucking top rope Hurricane Rana, I was like, oh, please don't like herniated disc or some shit like that. Like, but no, it went pretty well. I mean, it's modern again, like we always talk about, like going too fast or kicking out of finishers, or it's like it's Chris Jericho. It's not like it's unheard of anymore. Where like in modern wrestling, where everyone kicks out of finishers at some point, and it makes sense for Jericho to kick out of Shawn Spears, for example. So like it makes sense with the story, and Jericho's fighting for something bigger than a win or a loss, so it makes sense. And then the Nick Gage thing was incredible. Like this is one of the smartest business decisions AEW has made to this point, bringing in Nick Gage. And I'll tell you why, because he just had the dark side of the ring.
Yeah.
Not just, but relatively just.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, like within the past couple of months. And it brought like I never heard of Nick Gage. And now he's getting a lot of internet. He's getting a lot of traction now. Like you're having Matt Cardona, go in and like getting him viral and like going and attacking him, and people are talking about Nick Gage. Whether or not you're gonna have the casual audience be like, "Oh shit, Nick Gage," probably not, because the casual audience isn't necessarily going to be watching Dark Side of the Ring as much as the hardcore audience. But you're expanding the hardcore audience. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nick Gage versus Chris Jericho match has the highest ranking of the night for AEW in terms of ratings whenever those come out. So I mean, it's just a very smart business move, and it's also like it makes MJF look like a complete piece of shit. It's like, well, I wasn't expecting him to go out of the Pinnacle, and I wasn't expecting him to go with Nick fucking Gage. Like, good lord. And it's smart, and it was very well executed, very well done by MJF, because of course it's MJF, and it really breathed new life into the feud, in my opinion, and just smart business wise.
I got a couple thoughts about the opening match besides my notes. Jericho, I mean, yeah, Jericho's legendary. Jericho, he kicks out of finishers. Everyone kicks out of finishers. It's just he had been attacked with a chair throughout the match.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
yeah.
I mean, he got the chair shot to the face plus the finisher, still kicks out into it. Even watch, you're gonna hear Cesar. He's not too happy about this match. I agree with you. This was a great way to kick off the night. The fans, reciting the song. Everyone's happy. The energy's up. It was a perfect match to kick off the night. I wish more chair shots happen after the match, or maybe Jericho like evaded the chair shot, like all the chair shots. He got that chair to the arm. It just, I don't know. Jericho is awesome. Of course, he's going to survive all the labors of Jericho. It's a shame that we see Mr. Spears eating another L, but like you said,
not necessarily though. They set his record, and he only has like 3 losses.
Yeah, because all his victories are on Dark.
Well, yeah, of course, yes, of course. But I mean, it's not like he was in Ty Dillinger land, like.
And not to be mean or anything, but I like you said, I'm not too familiar with Nick Gage. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
No. I mean,
tripod.
He's never been been anywhere notable. Like we don't.
His face. When you saw his face, it's appropriate that his weapon was a pizza cutter. Like he looks like a villain from Borderlands who would fucking come chasing at you with a fucking pizza cutter that he can take out in 2 shots. But he has this very weird face.
Well, do you know the story behind the pizza cutter?
Huh?
Do you know why he has the pizza cutter? I mean, that was a pretty famous.
I have no idea.
Did you watch the Dark Side of the Ring?
I caught like the beginning and the end. I didn't really watch the.
I believe, if I remember correctly, the pizza cutter was what he used on Moxley, way back when. Like he always uses that in matches where he fucks up like your forehead and shit like that. So like
Damn,
that's like a thing
he
that he
outdid
uses.
Mox with the fork.
Oh, that was a. Oh,
All righty, get
I'm
ready
annoyed
to
at that
hear
match.
about 30 minutes of ranting on this opening match. So let's see if I can move on. Let's see if he catches it. After this, we get a Miro video promo. He is
Oh,
the
what
Redeemer.
the fuck is that behind you? What the fuck is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest leg of the tripod who's leaving the room. Doc Gallows with Carl Anderson takes on
Doc
the
Gallows
Elite
is
Hunter.
the biggest leg of the tripod.
With Frankie Kazarian. Frankie starts out like a bat out of hell, but Big Daddy Dangle's size is difficult to overcome. Tony has a hard time saying New York during commentary. Commercial picture-in-picture, Doc puts a hurting on the Elite Hunter. Frankie does mount some offense, even tries to apply the crossface chicken wing, but Carl holds Frankie from apron, forcing the break. Ref gets sidetracked by Doc. Can he see that? JR shouts.
What the fuck?
Oh,
It's fresh. Hold on. I still got the sticker on it, bitch.
oh shit.
If that's from APPW, I have not been caught up the past like 2 weeks since I haven't even seen
Wow.
Cynic, so I have no fucking clue what this is, but I love it.
The legend.
It's a shirt that's in the
Julius
streets.
Cesar has joined the chat representing APPW, the brand which he is the freshly new shirt, the newest shirt on Mangria Fuel's spreadshirt. It is gravy ass juice. Julius Caesar, how has your week been, my friend? And are you ready to talk some wrestling?
I got this shirt in Wednesday. I've been waiting all week to wear it. I think the tag was still on. I left it in the bag until 10 minutes ago.
You know, usually I like the new like a new shirt smell. I don't want to know what that new shirt smells like.
No, it smells fresh. It smells like fresh money. Like a sellout at the shop.
Hey, thanks for the $3.
Yeah, you welcome.
How was your week, man? You doing good?
Yeah, everything's back to normal. Week was good. So now we're talking some wrestling. Fully back. Tripod, 3 of us here talking this fuck shit called wrestling.
You ready to hear Brettzky's announcement? He's transitioning. Oh, sorry, I spoiled it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be the great Brettzkina.
Yeah. 69.
Oh yeah.
After a roundhouse kick followed by two-handed chokeslam, Doc Gallows gets the win over the Elite Hunter. The Good Brothers continue to attack Frankie. The commentators berate the ref for not threatening fines on the Good Brothers. And then Kenny and Don Callis come out. Kenny, by God, Omega, by the way. A new nickname? I hope not. Kenny says the Elite Hunter now has become and he forgets, Callis whispers his ear, the Elite Hunted. Great assist there, Don, Tony says. Hangman comes to the ring, drink in hand. Hangman attempts to fight the Good Brothers and Kenny, gets beat down. Dark Order for the save. Kenny runs away like a scalded dog. Hangman and Dark Order take care of the Good Brothers. Cesar, tell us your gripes, your grievances with the opening match between Jericho and Shawn Spears, and then talk about the next match with Frankie Kazarian and Doc Gallows, please, sir.
Oh, I was gonna say them anyway if you didn't include to it, because I definitely have gripes about that first match, and I was gonna start there first. But thank you for feeling through the computer screen.
I knew.
I had to complain about something. Yeah. As I stated in the chat, you should always protect finishers, and I'm not saying people can't kick out of finishers over time, and certain superstars are allowed to. But I'm just saying, after a grueling match in which chairs were allowed of use by somebody and not somebody else, and being hit with them over and over within the match, we all know foreign objects hurt 8 times harder than any fist could. I mean, there's cracking a chair to the grill, no hand assisted. Because they actually call that now when you can get the hands up. No hand assisted, thrown chair to the dome, and then ate that man's finisher, which does slap you back on your head, and kicked out at 2. First, we all know that Jericho was going to make it through these labors to fight MJ. We all know that. Okay, you can skip past that. But that was a horrible way for him. If they would have taken that part out and then just still used it as The chairman getting tripped into the chair he set up, hitting his head, and then Jericho winning. Match would have been probably 3 times better. I wouldn't have had a gripe about it. But the fact that he got hit in the head with a chair and then a finisher like right up, there wasn't even any time or space. It was like, bam, he was bent over, scooped up, C4, and he kicks out at 2.
And a half.
And a half. Okay. Not 7/8, but a half. Yeah, that's some certified fuck shit right there. I gotta call that. I gotta call that certified fuckery. Because why not the same thing literally happened? Sean Spears tripped, hit his head into a chair, and then took the Judas effect. 2 moves that go to the head as well, and he doesn't kick out. But you have fucking Jericho eat a chair to the dome, which is probably thrown harder, and then a C4, and his old ass kicks out at 2. There's ways to get through these labors. Okay, that was a wrong way. It just makes Sean Spears look. It makes Sean Spears look bad. He can take L's. Okay, he's been doing it. He gets good wins. He gets good L's. This was a bad L. A horrible way to get in there. So we all knew the Elite Hunter.
Fair point.
We all knew the Elite Hunter is the Elite Hunter, and he's crazy. This motherfucker crazy. He don't give a fuck who it is. He been fighting 4-on-1 this whole Elite Hunter thing, and he's been whooping ass. I had no problem what they kind of did here at the end. He was still giving it to Machine Gun and that big cracker trying to get his Blizz killers off in the ring. So I thought it was fair. They do have to get some wins over him because he's just been fucking with their shit for way too long, and he always comes out on top. So of course, when he's in the ring, he gets caught versus when he can pop out of an arena, hit 8 people with a chair and run off. I get it. At some point, he's trapped in that ring, and there's just too many of them for him to beat all 4 of them in the ring. Totally understandable, which is what having a drunk ass Hangman. Why go out there alone when you have 10 guys that are with you? You should have just bought them out, talk some shit, and then thrown the first punch. I probably would have thought that was better. And the Dark Order was like, well, fuck it, we fighting. Let's stomp a mud hole in these assholes. 4 and 5 got their little combo off on Machine Gun, and then that fucker, I don't know how he hits it in these cowboy boots, because there cannot be good grip in the ring. He is flipping over that top rope and running. But that some bitch hits it in them boots every single time. So I think their shit next week will be really good. And yeah, the second match I was actually fine with. I didn't think it was a bad match. I didn't think it was like a barn burner, but it was a good match to have on TV.
Well, Brettzky, my God, the size difference between Doc Gallows and the Elite Hunter. Fuck, he looked like a giant. What did you think of this match?
So, and again, I don't know. I said my piece on the opening match, and I didn't have as much of a problem with it as Cesar did. But it's kind of like reverse order for me. I had more of a problem with the finish of this than Cesar did. Cesar, I mean, I think it was a very good match. Again, same kind of thing. Like, I don't think it, tore the house down, but I think it was still pretty good. Like, I didn't mind it at all. And it's like I said last week on the Jew of the Week, you can take Gallows and Anderson seriously because they've done serious shit. So like, I can believe that, yes, he has this stupid fucking daddy dangly, whatever, it's for laughs, but then he can kick your head off. Like, I makes sense. But when you say, why he can't beat them forever, why can't he? Why can't he get one up on him? I mean, I think that what they had at the end of the beatdown at the end is what really just drove the nail into this for me. They could have still had that and had Frankie win with a roll up.
Oh yeah, for me, it could have been either way. But I wasn't mad. It would have been
better. I just think it would have been way better for Frank, because it makes sense. Like they're pissed off. Like, oh fuck, how did this guy beat me? Here, come here, Magic Killer. And you can still do all the same shit they did. I just think that it was a fine match. It doesn't hurt Kazarian horrendously because it is the biggest guy in the elite, but it still hurts him it hurts him, and a win would have just helped him even more because he's never actually had a one-on-one match with an elite member, to my knowledge, in this Elite Hunter phase.
Yeah.
So maybe he could have had Anderson first this week and beaten him, and then next week had Gallows. I don't know. I think he should have, for the first one, that's like a major, like they're making a note of it. They should have won. And then you could still do the Magic Killer after. Like he wins, maybe Gallows is about to win, but Anderson's still distracting Lawbury, and then it's like, oh shit, like get off the apron, and then he wins the roll up or a backslide or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, the thing it was still fine. It was still a decent enough match. Like I didn't mind it. Like I was invested enough into it. I was like, it makes sense why he had the hot start. Like all these like all the AEW matches will be like super fast paced. It makes sense why this is fast paced because Aaron's he's funny. He's not even small, but he's a smaller guy than Gallows, as we noted, and he has the speed advantage. So why wouldn't he just go bam, bam, bam? And he's pissed off. He's the Elite Hunter. He's Frankie fucking Kazarian. Bam, bam, bam. I just wish they did the finish where Kazarian. I think Kazarian needed to win the first one that he had on TV.
I agree with what you're saying. Like kind of like a Mortal Kombat tower. Like he took out Gallows. Okay,
Yes.
one down. We got 4 left, and then he takes out Anderson. Then he takes out the Buck and the other Buck, and then Omega because he beat the shit out of Cutler already.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really count. But you know what I mean. He could beat up Don Callis too for some reason.
That'd be great.
Is it worth more if he costs them their gold versus he gets wins over them? Because now they all have gold.
Probably costing them their gold a little bit more, but then it's like if he then goes on to cost Gallows and Anderson the tag titles, it's like okay, but you lost to him, like
right. But he cost them their gold. And I'm saying like he cost the Bucks their gold, but hopefully so eventually beating Kenny at the end. Would that loss to Gallows really? Would you really think about it future down the line? If he cost all of them to lose their gold,
I think it would make an impact if he did make them lose their gold. It is a big deal, but I think defeating them would make more of an impact because he's called the Elite Hunter. He's called the Hunter. Like if he were to take them down one by one pinfall, I think that would matter a little bit more than him costing people their gold. It does matter. It would matter.
Even if
but
Gallows,
not,
like you could even have Gallows get so pissed off at him, it's like, fuck you, I'm gonna go get the count out, and just walk away and have him get the count out win.
Nah, if it was that, I would like that better. I think I would like that better.
All right, moving on. Brian Cage was interviewed about Stark's situation. Team Taz video. Ricky Starks and Team Taz gloat about a celebration. Cage will be there next week for the celebration in the Who Gives a Fuck segment of the year, but Ricky Starks is the man. Wheeler Yuta with Orange Cassidy takes on Darby Allin with his taped up ribs and Grandpa Sting, of course. Sting and this is the part where I thought Brettzky was gonna quit everything.
Sting with no snow. Where's the snow machine? They paid for it. Where's that? I ain't seen it.
Sting and Orange Cassidy do stereo lazy kicks. Brettzky just super kicked his TV. Darby wins with coffin drop. Blade runs out and clocks OC with the nuts. Good Mox Murder Hawk video package hyping up the main event. Okay, Cesar, let's start from the Brian Cage interview if you care.
No. Ricky Starks is the man. Don't care about the celebration either. And I don't care that Brian Cage asked, like, where's the celebration?
Wheeler versus Darby and the horrific stereo lazy kicks.
This kid, Wheeler, is growing on me week to week. This kid's good. I don't know why they're trying to say he's a student of Orange and I guess if it was Chuck T and what's his name, Broke Neck.
Trent?
Trent. I'm totally fine with that. If he's like throwing after those guys, because Trent's been in the game like what 22 years? That fucker does not look like he's been wrestling for 22 years. That
he got that R-Truth.
He's got that fucking shredded. He's shredded.
He's shredded and looks young. And then and who knows how long Chuck's been in? Probably like 15 years as well. Like those guys have known each other for forever. No, this kid's good. I like him. We all know Darby can go. Totally fine. But yeah, these fuckboys doing the kicks outside, and then they do the super kick to each other, and this thing beats on his chest. And then like Darby looks over there mad as shit. What the fuck you doing? He's playing footsie with this asshole on the outside. Like, damn right, Darby, you tell him. And then he almost got hit by the most dangerous move in all sports entertainment. But no, I also thought this was a good match. Wasn't bad. Wasn't super crazy great. But I don't know who this kid is. I keep forgetting his name.
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, he's a bit impressive. He's getting on TV more, and I like his style for a young kid. He went with Darby, who can go. They had a great match. I mean, they had a really good match.
Thank God the Nightmare Factory didn't snatch him up. Brettzky, what did you think about the Team Taz segment and the Wheeler versus Darby segment?
I will say this about the Team Taz segment because I wanted to talk about Will Hobbs, the powerhouse. So first off, yeah, Brian Cage. I see now why they put him with Taz, because Taz can talk. I don't know if this was just like a bad sample, but
I think we've only heard him talk a couple times, and the only thing I can remember is who better. Who better?
Yep. And he goes like this. That's it.
Where is the celebration?
That's it.
I like
Who
celebration.
better? Yeah.
I
Because you know who
enjoy
can celebrate?
celebrations.
Who
I
can
will be
celebrate
there.
hard? I celebrate hard. Who better?
But no, I mean, I think
Mother.
it was a decent enough. Like, I don't give a fuck about it, but I think it'll be. It's Ricky Starks. How can it be bad?
That shit gonna be popping.
Oh yeah, I'm from New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans, baby. I know how to get a party started.
But here's what I was thinking is that you could easily have like let this Brian Cage feud, like let them do their thing. But you show, so I think, because everyone says like, Hobbs is like a future star, and like I've been saying it, we've all been saying it. Have Hobbs show signs of like looking at Taz, like what the fuck's going on, like that kind of thing as the feud goes on, and then have Ricky become the most insufferable piece of shit over like as he as he's like that. He thinks the FTW title is like the world championship of everything, and then eventually, I think you have to have Hobbs come out and turn face. I think Hobbs is the one that needs to come out of this, because you remember, I mean, he was with Cody and all of them before he turned heel. He was getting decent enough pops. Like he was getting a decent enough like cheer. But I think you could easily at this point have him turn to Taz and be like, listen, I wanted you to like help me like grow because you had Brian Cage, but now Cage is gone. I'm stuck with this asshole. Like Cage saw something that I didn't see, and now I'm seeing it. You could have him cut a fucking promo, turn himself back to Will, and be like, listen, you named me Powerhouse Hobbs. What the fuck is that? Like my name is Will Hobbs, and I am a fucking like I'm a rising star. I went to you for help, went to you for guidance, and all you're giving me is he's playing fucking second fiddle or third fiddle to your son and to this jackass over here. You can turn him face, get him a bunch of wins, have him beat Ricky Starks, and then retire the FTW belt and say, fuck that. I don't need this garbage ass title. And then eventually have him beat Miro. Have him beat Miro for the TNT title.
Quick question. Because that's what I was thinking before you said that. Would you like it better if somehow Hobbs beat Miro and then goes to Ricky? Like, look, I at least have a real AEW belt. But you have this fake piece of shit. Like, why should I play second fiddle to you? I'm the TNT champion. You're just some belt Taz brought back that nobody cares about. That really doesn't get no recognition. Anybody can challenge for your piece of shit belt. You don't need to get wins or be in the rankings. I have a belt. I'm in the rankings.
Ain't nobody wants your 24W belt?
Yeah. So would it be better still going the way you said with that inflection, or would you still want to do it?
It depends on how they would do it, because I feel like by that point, because I mean, do you remember like Batista and Evolution eventually started getting face reactions, and then they turned them. If they build it to where, like, if they do it next week, then no, because it would be he's still a heel. But if they do that, if they go that route, they would need to have had 2 months, something where they show these signs. Like I would only be okay with that as a fan if he was getting those like positive reactions from the crowd and showing face-ish tendencies beforehand, if he doesn't turn face fully. But if he's still like, yeah, I'm Powerhouse Hobbs, Taz is my guy, I'm gonna protect Ricky Starks, oh, I have the TNT, and I don't think it would be as effective.
I don't think it would work, but I'm saying like, he turns face, but he gets his wins up on like Dark or Evolution, or even by that time fucking Rampage, where he's at least on TV. And then like Ricky Starks is just treating it like you said, like the world title. Nobody really fights for it. But then Hobbs is like just beating the fuck out of people, and then realizes Ricky Starks an asshole, and then beats Miro. Like Ricky don't come out to help him, but he's always still there for them. Just because Taz making him, then he's like, well, fuck this, I'm over this. I did this shit by myself. I got the TNT title by myself. You got me playing second, third fiddle to this asshole. I see why that motherfucker left. I'm actually Will Hobbs. I may be a powerhouse, but I'm Will Hobbs, and I'm the TNT champion. And fuck you, Ricky Starks. And like,
I'm William Hobbs. There we go.
I am William Goldberg.
Brettzky, your thoughts on Wheeler and Darby?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Wheeler Yuta as well. I mean, he impressed last week. He impressed today. This week, excuse me. the one thing people are saying this online, and I agree with it fully. There's a lot of people in AEW who have similar names or like the same first name as someone else's last name, and so it could get confusing if I don't know. Like if you say
Cash Wheeler.
there's Cash Wheeler, Wheeler Yuta, there's Ethan Page, Hangman Page, Brian Cage, Christian Cage. There's all these things. I think, other than like Cody and Dustin, because they're obviously going to be fucking last names, Nick and Matt.
But, Cody Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett.
They should just call him Cody Jarrett. They should.
Oh my god. But no, like I think that might be an issue because I don't. Again, they have a lot of creative control over their own brands. I do think it could eventually get confusing. Like if they're in a match and it's like, oh, and Wheeler does this, and I'm like not really paying attention. Like, wait, what? Cash Wheeler's out here? What? And but no, I think this is a good match. Like Cesar said, Darby can do his thing. I liked how he painted on abs over the fucking bandage on his stomach too, which was really fucking funny to me. Wheeler Yuta's been proving himself to be good. I don't know why he's going up against baby faces though, instead of at least like middling heels or maybe like half and half, like not as popular faces as Darby and Sammy, because he's not a heel. And he's with like one of the most over face tag teams.
Yeah.
Or factions are. That's the one thing I didn't get. But the fucking kicks kill me. When Darby looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing? I popped for that. I was a Darby Allin fan, but I am a super Darby Allin fan because of that. Because Darby has a reaction every fucking person should have had. The fact that Steve stooped to that level, Steve, how dare you?
Steve, damn.
Steven.
Well, he ain't wrestling. He got to do something.
He can wrestle though. We can fucking wrestle.
Is this what the kids are doing? Is this cool? Yeah. You want me to do it?
Is it Godzilla vs. Kong out? I think I seen that trailer.
Steve, that was 3 months ago, Steve.
What? That was 3 months ago.
It was yeah.
What year is it?
Kong is dead. Okay? Kong is dead.
I see Shivani. I'm on TNT. Where's the Wolfpack?
Oh man.
Sting, just go back up into the rafters. Okay, just wait there till we call you. We'll call
my
you.
vest?
We'll call you.
Where's my bat?
But no, other than that was fucking stupid, and I hated every bit of it. And Jake can go fuck himself for egging me on in the chat. But
the Jake fuck yourself counter is also at 1.
Hey, there we go.
Best punishment in tripod history.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, that was so good. And he has no clue. He has no clue.
No clue.
But no, it's I enjoy the match. I think Wheeler Yuta has potential. He looks like if Chuck Taylor and Trent had a baby. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for him.
Who would carry that baby? Chuck?
Chris. As a surrogate.
Oh yeah, you're right. They both get to just skeet in her.
Yeah, they combine at the same time.
Like the same cup and mix it up.
They're gonna boop that pussy. No.
Oh,
oh Jesus. They just go up. Boop. All right, I'm done. Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah. And OC just watches. OC just watches in the corner with the heart on. That's semi. He's too lazy to get a full on heart.
He gets a half chub. That's all he gets.
It's a half chub as always. It's a lot of work.
But no, I don't know what the Wheeler Yuta's future is. Again, that's the thing about AEW. That's also why I get so annoyed when they do stupid shit, because they have a lot of potential and they have a lot of younger guys who have the potential to be stars and to work at a higher level. I don't know where Wheeler Yuta is going to be going from here, but I hope all the best for him. He's made me a fan. I had no idea who the fuck he was. I thought his name was weird, and now I'm a fan. So more power to him.
After we see Hikuleo in the crowd, we get the AEW Women's Championship match. It's the Doctor, Britt Baker, DMD with Rebel, not Reba, versus Nyla Rose with senior citizen Vicky Guerrero. Ref Paul Turner even gets cheers for this match. The good Doctor working on Nyla's arms to start. Of course, Nyla using her strength, throwing the Doctor around. Rebel saves the Doctor from Nyla's top rope hoof drop to a dangly Doctor. Commercial picture-in-picture, the Doctor has Nyla's arm wrapped around the ring post as Rebel talks trash to a helpless Nyla. Nyla swipes at her with her fucking gorilla claw. Rebel nearly misses her. The Doctor dominates the commercial break. Uranagi stops that momentum as Nyla works on the Doctor's back. Nyla signals the cannonball in the corner to the Doctor. takes too much time. The doctor moves. JR complains, you might as well have posted a billboard on the freeway advertising that. Sassafras. The doctor does a backslide pin, and I think counted to 3, but Nyla's shoulder was up. The fans didn't see that, so they booed the ref and her hella pissed, but JR backs the ref up. Nyla nails a Death Valley driver to the doctor, and unfortunately, I read this online, broke Britt Baker's right wrist because of that Death Valley driver. She's not taking any time off though, because she's tougher than a $2 steak.
She is.
Nyla gets a 2.5 after hitting that diving knee to a draped Baker. The doctor, with 2 crucifix pin attempts, 2 curb stomps, gets a 2 3/4 every time. Rebel on the apron, the doctor tries to do an Eddie Guerrero fake out with the championship belt, but it backfires, leading into a sit-down powerbomb. The doctor eventually wins with the lockjaw. Nyla taps out. You can see the doctor mouth the words, ow, my wrist, when the ref raises her arm. I'll start with you this time, Brettzky. What did you think of the AEW Women's Championship match?
When they posted this, like, oh, up next, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Nyla Rose, I went, well, this is going to be the drizzling shits because Nyla Rose sucks. But it wasn't. It was really good. It was pretty good. I mean, I'm not a fan whatsoever, as I've made clear, of that fucking top rope leg knee thing. Because it's so she's like holding on, like, oh, I gotta get my balance. Like, so I mean, it makes and Rebel, not Reba, getting to her off on the first one was great. But no, I mean, this was good. I mean, I'm not a fan of Nyla Rose. I never have been. I think that they've tried to make her Nia Jax, but Nia Jax is just better at being Nia Jax. And you kind of shoehorn into that when you're that size in the women's division. But I think that, and I don't know, this may have been Nyla's one of her best matches that I've seen. I mean, other than the Sheeta match when Sheeta won the title, I can't think of a really good Nyla match.
That's it.
It's a short list, Brettzky.
Short list.
But no, I mean, I think
it's kind of like a good Braun match. It's a short list.
No, Braun actually said when he was fucking first drafted going after Roman every week. That was fucking banger everywhere.
That's it. Name a better opponent. Ain't fucking Roman. You can't.
The mic.
Finish with you. No. Oh, that was fucking great. But no, I mean, I feel bad for Britt. I mean, obviously, she broke her fucking wrist, but I mean, all the power to her. She finished. She pulled. It's interesting because I mean, you could. There's always comparisons to Chelsea Green you can make for the injuries and the fact that they're like best friends apparently. But the fact that she's been able to take these injuries and work them into storyline or push them, and it just goes to show what a level of performer that Britt Baker is. So all more power to her. Like honestly, like she improves every week. She's getting massive pops, the biggest pops in the women's division, and she put on a good. She got a good match out of Nyla Rose. So I mean, I was happy with it. I mean, the fucking double Eddie Guerrero spot was clever. I enjoyed that. But yeah, no, I mean, I think this was much better than it had any right to be, and I mean, it's probably because I was expecting nothing from it. I came away happy because Britt Baker won. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Cesar, we have Rebel, not Reba, hobbling around. We got the doctor injured. These two ladies are getting fucked up, but they are pure entertainment. What did you think of this championship match?
Did you guys hear the pop that Rebel got because she's an ex-Dallas cheerleader? And JR mentioned, ex-Dallas cheerleader right here, old sacrifice. Listen to the people yell. These are what you like to call consummate pros, because together they probably are way more entertaining. Not even probably, they're way more entertaining together than they will ever be separate. It's sad to say that because like the day they break up, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
Don't you put that evil out into the world, Cesar?
You know it's gonna happen, man.
Don't you do that?
You know it's gonna happen. Wrestling ain't forever. Who do you know that's been together?
I'm keeping it kayfabe.
You're better than that, Mangria. Better than that. But we all know Twitter's gonna be on fire when that shit happens.
What if it's Rebel turning heel on the doctor?
That makes more sense.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Because that's gonna be gold. She's gonna trip up the doctor, and that's what's gonna cause her to lose the belt. She's gonna be like, I'm rebel, bitch. And then Britt will
Like,
still
I'm
win
a
her back.
podiatrist.
Yeah. Britt will still win her back. Sorry, I didn't know you felt that way. Let's go stomp out these bitches. Here's a Big Mac.
I like Wendy's. Fights are up again.
Like Wendy's, bitch. Spicy chicken. No. Yeah, this was like probably Nyla's best match. And that goes to show you when you wrestle with when you wrestle with A-class talent, some people are just so good they can bring you up a level. And so yeah, that's just good talent work. Another reason why she should be in NXT with those women in those kind of matches. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, though, yeah, this is great. She had to win because they're going to Pittsburgh next. Come on, you can't have Pittsburgh without the damn title. Cracker's going to be out there waving towels and wearing Britt Baker shirts and fucking eating Roethlisbergers and raping women in the bathroom. I mean,
Jesus.
It's going to be a good old shit show.
I got to fire that disclaimer up before the tripod this week.
That's facts, though. We're not saying anything that's not true. It's not libel.
It's public record.
It's public record.
But is the doctor going to wrestle a match? Do you think she'll wrestle?
No, damn, that's the sad part is that she doesn't have
she's going to get the loudest pop of the night for sure.
There's going to be a women's match that could lead to her next number one contender to the pay-per-view. And she should be sitting next to Tony.
Yes.
Just talking with Tony, hanging out.
Yes.
And just talking, not even talking about the match. Like JR and Excalibur are going to be like, and Brett's going to be like, hey, Tony, how good was that Big Mac when I won that championship? And we gave you those coupons. Oh, man, they were great, Brett. They were great. And JR's going, Tony, you gonna commentate? Yeah.
If we could get to the match for a minute.
Yeah, Brett's going to be like, excuse me, JR, look, I like you, but I am here hanging out with my best friend, Tony, and we are watching my next challenger that's going to lose to me. Hey, Tony, you like that DMD shirt? You like that DMD? You see the Brit? I'm going to get you a towel. Don't worry. I'll get you a towel.
But they have to make Reba, they have to make her fucking stand there, even though she has the crutch.
Stand there hobbling. Oh my God. Then like JR would be like, are we going to get this poor girl a chair? Tony's like, oh, would you like my chair? She's good, Tony. She's good. That's strength. The strength for her knee. Like, oh. We can all picture it now. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be fucking gold. It might even be funnier if she's at a separate table with a headset and sends notes to Tony, or no headset.
Yes.
Just sends notes to Tony and
that was
hobble her ass over
when
there.
They did that. Yeah.
She's gotta hobble her ass over there with the Brittany and give her the notes.
No, they gotta get the fans involved. Have an old fucking elementary school. Have a Brit write a note, then fucking pass it on.
Pass it on. Yeah, pass it through the fans. They're all sitting out there. Oh my God, that shit would be great.
Well, we can talk about the doctor all night, gentlemen. Yeah. But Cesar, your thoughts on the actual match?
No, match was good. Yeah, the double Eddie spot. She's trying to pull an Eddie Guerrero. She's trying to pull an Eddie Guerrero type move with Vicky at ringside. You know that ain't gonna go well. So yeah, I thought that was funny. The funny shit is she should have admitted to it because the title can't change hands by disqualification. Ref should be like, did you hit her with that belt twice? Right. Give me my belt. I'm going home.
Yeah.
I would just be like, I'm going home. Yeah, give me the belt. Yeah, she can win, whatever. I got the belt. I'm out. Which I thought would have been fucking hilarious. When I thought about it, I was watching. I was like, I should just admit to it. Fuck it. But yeah, it's probably one of Nyla's best matches.
Up next, Santana and Ortiz, an FTR whack-ass press conference setup. Tony is the mediator. Santana busts out his family album screaming at FTR about his mom. FTR stand up out of anger. This looked heavily edited and came out sloppy as hell. Sorry to say. Tony in ring with Andrade, El Ídolo, Tranquilo, has Tony look at his manager lawyer's paper. Tony introduces Andrade's new manager, Chavo Guerrero. Chavo hypes up Andrade. There was this one shot where you could see Tony in the corner, Tony was like this in the corner for one shot, and I wrote down Tony is cowering in the corner. The Death Triangle interrupt. Last week we heard our name in your mouth. That's what Pac says. Andrade wants Lucha Bros to work for him because of La Raza. Pac says Death Triangle are family. Phoenix says they are the real faces of the Latinos. Penta says,
Yes, it's back.
why would we team with you when you're not even on our level? After that segment, they smash cut to a segment that happened earlier, I guess, to Hardy Family Office. Jump Marco, thank God. Lucha, Jungle
Mangria now
Boy.
likes Matt Hardy. Mangria now
and
thinks Matt Hardy's
yeah,
nice.
that's right.
Gria's gonna get a Hardy,
No.
a Hardy CFO shirt.
And the captain for the save, Captain Charisma. Marvez interviews QT Martel about apologizing to Tony for dumping diarrhea on his head last week. He'll do it next week. Okay, Cesar, the Santana and Ortiz FTR whack ass fucking press conference.
For some reason, this cracker was pulling photos out of different pockets in his jacket. First one came from like down by his gut. The second one came from up by his collar. I think there was a third one on the other side. I was like, how many pockets is this jacket? It's a jean jacket. How many pockets it got? Like, that's a lot of fabric, man. Who's rocking jean jackets like that? Uncle Dax, as always, had the line of the night. I kind of forgot it, but he was like, "Sir, I only care about three things." And he was
God, family, and professional wrestling.
And professional wrestling. And I don't give a shit about your mama or some shit like that because they bleeped it out. Oh, that's the best part of that whole fuckery. Yeah, God, professional wrestling. And I don't give a goddamn about your fucking mama. They started fighting. I was like, damn, Uncle Dax, you ain't had to take him to Twitter like that. You ain't had to take that man to Twitter. That was probably the best part. Yeah, the rest of it's some trash. I don't really care.
Andrade and Chavo.
Yeah, so now they're gonna have Andrade says and a Penta says. They're gonna have a says off. Nobody out here speaking English, and Pac out here speaking the Queen's English. Oi, because he's from across the pond. That cracker came out there to talk all that trash with 18 pounds of baby oil on. Like, you didn't need all that baby oil to come out there to say fucking 12 words and be all wet and get your hair all wet. I mean, there was no match. What are you doing? Is there a dark match afterwards? Cracker was all sopping wet. He's like, yeah, turn the whole shit on in the back. I gotta get oozy. I gotta get my pop more. I need these abs to pop. You know you jacked. You need to have 18 pounds of baby oil on you out there. Get the fuck out of here with that fuck shit. Yeah, and also Penta says is back. I like the Penta says. Crack gets all hard. And Penta says, all right, man. Got you. Penta says some shit. Yeah, that was cool. I guess we're gonna see how this goes.
The Hardy family office murders Marco.
Yeah, I don't even know why this even happened. Like, why was he out there to fight all five of them? So he deserved it, dumbass. You ain't take no backup. You just out here just like already talking trash and you trying to fight. So he deserved it. And then I guess now everybody has a old man to train them. If you honestly look at it, like Brian Cage and them have Taz. Christian Cage is with Jungle Hose. Matt Hardy's with Private Party. Jake the Snake is with the Murder Hawk. Arn is with Cody and them. Like Sting is with Darby. Everybody has an old guy to like mentor them. There's like 18 old guys. There's probably like 3 or 4. Oh, Tully with Pinnacle. Damn near say Chris Jericho with those.
The inner circle.
I mean, everybody has an old guy in this thing to like mentor them through the thing, and like you want to be something new, get rid of all the old guys. It should be all about the new guys. But I digress. It's just shit I noticed.
QT apologizing to Tony next week.
I'm sorry, I blacked out. I just didn't hear those words because they were
nobody cares about it.
Brettzky,
your thoughts on the press conference?
It had so much potential.
Of course it did.
And then they edited it because it was very clearly edited because it was just like weirdly choppy. Man, I only care about 3 things: God, my family, and professional wrestling. I don't give a shit about your mom. Oh my God, Uncle Dax. I mean, go follow him on Twitter. It's Uncle Dax. I mean, he's a god. I didn't know he had this kind of promo in him in WWE. I mean, he had good promos. Good Lord.
They ain't let him talk.
But no, I mean, it was. I understand. I mean, the whole point of the whole feud's like been about family and like how FTR is trying to be like, yeah, we grew up in the streets. And like, no, what the fuck? You were fucking two white boys from the South. What are you talking about? Like, but no, it was good. I mean, I understood why they brought out the pictures of the family. I just wish they had like left it unedited or maybe like made it a YouTube special or like they released it on Instagram as like an IGTV instead of this, and maybe like been like posted like a clip of it, like the beginning of it, and be like, yeah, go check out our story on Instagram, or go check out All Elite Wrestling on YouTube, and for the full press conference, kind of like how NXT does with like the prelude to the matches, so they have like the full version on YouTube or some shit. But it was whatever. I mean, it was poorly edited, but it was whatever. Yeah. Then what was next? The fucking
Andrade and Chavo.
Remember when I said Andrade can cut a better promo in English now?
Yeah. It's bad on the mic. It's good backstage.
He just kept saying his name a lot.
Yeah.
Tranquilo. El ídolo. Hey, tranquilo, man.
Yeah, so is Chavo replacing Vicky, or is
I hope so.
They're probably working together. They're all family.
Because it's like Vicky wasn't there, but I don't know. Chavo versus Vicky for custody of fucking
Andrade.
Andrade on a pole match.
Oh, did you guys see that? Dominic from Dominic from the custody fucking battle is like an action figure now. That is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I still don't get like Andrade was like, you guys work for me, and then they're like, what? Like, huh? This was like rambling. I mean, Chavo gets a big pop, and it was really cool to see Chavo back because Chavo can talk. I mean, Chavo's one of the most underrated of all time, in my opinion.
Underrated at everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Bro, Kerwin White. But he pulled that off though. But no, I mean, I think it had its moments, but it overall wasn't great. And Andrade was kind of like not making a good case to be given mic time.
I kept expecting to see the subtitles pop under what he was saying.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, and then Chavo being like an unknowing heel is great, by the way. Like him going like, "Fuck, you don't speak Spanish," and then Boone like, "No, it wasn't. I'm just saying he doesn't speak Spanish." Like,
yeah.
But no, I mean, this was whatever. And then also, in QT Marshall.
He's already ruined. He's dead.
Who cares?
This is so terrible. So terrible.
I shall be right back. I'm just gonna go get my phone charger.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're joking or not.
What? No.
Up next, we have the Blade with Bunny versus Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy sneaks into the ring, takes down Blade. Blade fakes a knee injury and gets the upper hand on Orange Cassidy. Blade pump handle drops Orange Cassidy on the top turnbuckle. My God, this guy takes horrible bumps in every match, and it's probably his idea too. He goes, "What'd be cool? Cool? Just fucking drop me on the top turnbuckle." It's like, dude, you passed out the other week by Pac. You want to still get your bell rung?
Sad part is, it did look cool.
It did. But my God, that was dangerous. Commercial picture-in-picture. Blade then hurls Orange Cassidy into the fucking ring post after that. Orange Cassidy feeling the damage to his lower back. Bunny tries to distract. Chris Statlander takes her off the apron. Blade gets out of the ring between the ladies. Orange Cassidy suicide dives onto Statlander and the Blade. I was like, what the fuck? And then the Bunny tries to get in Orange Cassidy's face. Blade gets between them, and Orange Cassidy shoves Blade into the Bunny, knocking them both down. This was a bad night for the women. Blade hits a corkscrew tombstone, gets a 2.5. Orange Cassidy hits the beach break, gets a 2 count, but looked kind of weird during the pin, like Orange Cassidy pulled him up. I don't know, like momentum perhaps. I don't know, but nobody cares. Bunny on the apron again, throws the nuts in the ring. Blade has them, but suffers an orange punch. Orange Cassidy wins, and Brass Knuck Orange punches the Blade. Cesar, what'd you think of this match? I took way too much notes for this one.
You did. What were you, drunk?
I actually just watched it today and wrote it down.
Oh, really? You didn't? I thought you watched it.
What I do is I watch it on Wednesday, because as soon as I get home Wednesday, it's on, and I'm tired from work. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch it. and then I come back Saturday to refresh my brain because my brain's fried after work. But what do you think of this match?
You sit through 2 AEWs a week. God bless you.
This time sober.
That match was a match. They keep having this match. The spot, the fucking pump handle on the top rope, man. I watched that shit like 4 times. I was like, damn, he fucked this thing up. That spot could probably be better. I guess they didn't. This is the first time I've seen it ever done.
Yeah,
there's a way to make that spot better. I just don't know how. But it still looked like, I mean, whether it really did hurt or not, it still looks like it hurts. That shit was disgusting. And then Orange playing it off with his back just hurting, selling it the rest of the match. I like this version of Orange better than, dumb fuckery Orange when he starts the match. But, like, I'm not super mad at him doing that shit in a match because, like I said, it's like damn near part of his moveset. Like, he's gonna do that spot. In a regular match, he's gonna do that dumb kick spot. So it just doesn't irritate me anymore. I just had to accept it. But I do like Angry Orange. Yeah, I like Angry Orange much better. Angry Orange is much. That motherfucker jumped up in the ring, threw the jacket off, threw the shades out. Say, I'm gonna fuck about this shit. Put this elbow pad on. I'm fucking somebody's couch up. Of course, that's the Orange we want to see. And yeah, that was the good Orange. And so the match was okay. He finally got his receipt. Hit that crack with the Nux. 1, 2, 3. Let's go home, Chris Statlander, so I can look at that butt. Found that.
Brettzky, the amount of punishment the women took during this match at the hands of Orange Cassidy, where the cops waiting outside the arena with handcuffs for this woman beater. No, what did you think of this match?
It's not Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Bret Hart.
Orange's new attire got to be the wife beater now. But who cares about this feud? Like, other than people being fans of Orange Cassidy, does anyone really say, "Oh, I can't wait to see Orange"? Who gives a fuck?
No, Jake doesn't watch.
Jake doesn't give a fuck.
He watches the clips on YouTube. And beats his meat. Orange.
Oh, I'm gonna come orange juice. But no, it's like Regal had the brass knucks and it worked. Blade had the brass knucks and it doesn't work because he's never used them before, and now he like solely uses them, and it's a whole thing. And like, what? Like,
he should be cutting bitches because he's the Blade.
Yeah, exactly. He should come out like the fucking pizza cutter.
He should hide like a knife in his boot. Cut bitches.
He just fucking pulls out a machete.
Yeah.
But no.
But he just pulls a machete out of them tall ass boots, and he's.
Yeah, gotta love Orange no selling the fucking shot from earlier in the night. I don't know why he wasn't showing any like, oh my jaw, like even at all throughout the match. I mean, it's just little things like that. Like, oh wow, like it just devalues the Blade because like, well, he knocked him out, but like he's fine now, so like it's not really that scary. So like so I wish he kind of would have like meant it kind of like held his jaw a little bit or been like, fuck it a little bit more. But yeah, this is whatever. I mean, this was a typical Orange Cassidy match, just minus the fucking kicks. But I'm guaranteeing you, by the way, that when the AEW console game comes out, Orange's finisher is going to be those fucking kicks, and it's going to do like 100 fucking damage, and I'm going to scream.
I think it's going to be a taunt. That's probably going to be a taunt, not a finisher.
I hope it's a taunt. If they make it a move, I'm going to fucking destroy.
It's going to be your finisher.
You're going to do that too, because you're a piece of shit. You're going to make that my taunt, because I know you're a fucking asshole. Oh, by the way, Elite GM fucking app is not good. So
I haven't even tried it.
It's like they have you in a tutorial for like 10 years. And I was like,
you're still in it.
And I was like, I'm like, fuck this. I don't want. But no, I mean, this was whatever. Who cares about this match? Fucking.
Are you talking about the phone game? Elite GM? I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
It was just fucking pointless feud. Just to get Orange Cassidy a win, really. But yeah, no, whatever. Let's move on to.
Could you imagine if the Blade was in WWE? Vince McMahon would be like, "Oh, the Blade. He should come out there shaving. Give him a straight razor. He can shave on the way to the ring."
And Brutus Beefcake's manager.
No, that would probably be his finisher name, the straight razor.
Oh my god.
That'll be fucking. He has a good look though. It's just he's what the.
He has a great look. is a great look, and he can wrestle. It's just
Is the
Vince
Butcher
ruined it.
dead? Like, what the fuck happened to the
No,
Butcher?
he had surgery on something.
Yeah, he was already got a
Oh,
fuck
okay. Up next, the main event, Texas Death Match with the IWGP US Championship. Champion. Yeah. You notice that Justin Roberts doesn't ramp it up anymore? He cut it short. He goes, John Moxley.
They probably said he was taking too long.
He doesn't write it out anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I just watched it. I watched a clip on the other day when he was doing it. He used to do it for John Cena.
Yeah.
He used to ride that shit out even harder. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, why don't I remember this?
Apparently, Moxley has been IWGP US champion for 564 days, going up against former IWGP US champion Murder Hawk in a KO or submission Texas death match. Of course, Murder Hawk with Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake looking dapper this evening in his grandfather snakeskin shirt. Mox on the attack immediately after some Singapore cane action. Fight spills out into the crowd. Murder Hawk uses a fan as a weapon. I like that. Throwing him on Mox. The paradigm shift to the cement floor. Ref gets to a count of 5 and then just stops counting, even though Murder Hawk was still down. Murder Hawk then gets busted open. I guess he was bleeding all over the cement. I guess it took him some time to gig his forehead. That's why the ref stopped. But Murder Hawk busted open. Mox uses a fork to make Murder Hawk don the crimson mask. Commercial picture-in-picture. Mox taking way too much time celebrating in the corner. And then he casually walks around, sets up 2 tables on the outside of the ring, and then he tosses weapons into the ring. Of course, Murder Hawk has regained composure by now, attacks Mox. But Mox, however, aims for Murder Hawk's left leg with a chair. Mox about to nail Murder Hawk with the trash can lid, but Murder Hawk punches it right into Mox's face. We get "This is awesome" chants from the crowd. Mox then bites Murder Hawk's bloody forehead. Mox gets busted open after several attacks by Murder Hawk. Mox sets up folding chairs back to back, but Murder Hawk ends up urinagiing Mox spine first onto the chairs. After paradigm shift, Murder Hawk pops up with a 2-finger salute to Mox. Mox then forks him up again, gets barbed wire boards onto setup tables on the outside, both men on the apron. Murder Hawk forks up Mox and then chokeslams Mox through the 2 tables set up with barbed wire on the outside for the win. Murder Hawk is the new IWGP US champion. And then Haku's son stares his ass down in the middle of the ring to end the night. Brettzky, thoughts on the main event of Fyter Fest? I was going to say Dynamite.
It's Dynamite, whatever. It's all the same thing. I mean, it was good, but like, why? There was no reason for this match to be a Texas death match. I mean, I don't know if this was AEW, this was New Japan, if it was both of them coming together, because I mean, it's a New Japan title, so they kind of have the right to dictate who their champion defends against and who loses. I don't remember much from the first one, but I remember watching the first one in the Tokyo Dome when it was Texas Death Match, and they had a real build for that. And Murder Hawk was in full fucking dominant heel. Moxley was fresh off, WWE. He's having all the success. He was in AEW. He was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go and win this title," and they had a fucking great match. But this felt more. Moxley was the heel because he was still the face, but he was doing the heel things that he never
doing way more heel shit.
Yeah,
that he never did before, just because they're in Dallas, which is apparently Archer's hometown. Like what? Like
yeah.
And then it sounds like the fact again, it's a hardcore match, death match, whatever. So there's gonna be some leniency with no selling, but they no sold about 90% of everything they did, except for the one time that Murder Hawk got the paradigm shift onto the floor. And then the finish, and so I was like, "What? Like, I'm happy that Murder Hawk finally got a win, but nah. There was no reason for this to be, a fucking match, like the fucking death match or anything like that. There was no reason for this to, they could have had a very good feud come out of this, like, or going into this, excuse me, because of the feud that they had previously. Again, I don't know who's at fault here. I don't know who booked it, but I just think there could have been a lot of better ways to go about it. And I think that, the death match itself could have been a lot better because the first one was fucking phenomenal. I am happy that Archer got the win, though.
Oh, sorry.
He's happy
I'm just happy that Archer got the win.
Yeah.
Cesar, thoughts on the main event?
Upon second viewing of it, I kind of didn't like it more. When I watched it Thursday, I watched it straight Thursday. Well, it was Wednesday, Thursday, because it was like 1 a.m. I was like, oh, all right, good main event. I liked it. Good hardcore match. And then I was trying to remember the first one. And that's when I watched it back. Murder Hawk got the second entrance over the champ because he's the hometown hero. It's from there. And then, like the way he lost it was a Texas death match to Jon Moxley. And then he won it in a Texas death match from Jon Moxley. So this is literally just like WWE 50-50 booking shit. Like, honestly. Like what's changed? Like, you couldn't beat him for the heavyweight title, but you can beat him in a death match for the title he beat you for. And then you won it in your hometown. And then he even won it the same kind of way. Moxley did that to Murder Hawk. He put him through a couple of tables with barbed wire, and he couldn't get out before 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he won it. Moxley couldn't get out before 10. So, like, it was literally exact 50-50 booking. And they were way more hardcore in Japan than they were here. But I heard, like, Moxley is trying to get, like, time off to go be with Renee and the baby. So that's probably
hair
why.
back.
Yeah. So so that's why probably this happened. So now he doesn't have titles. He doesn't have to, like, commit to anything. He doesn't have to go to Japan to do anything if they needed him to do it. So he's kind of just free to, like, take the time. But, like, it was an okay match. It was great. That fucking chair spot, fucking retarded. Yeah, fuck that. That motherfucker's retarded. But yeah, there was a lot of no selling in this. Multiple finishers and stuff, and signatures, and a lot of no selling. And JR just being corny. It's a community fork. Everybody can get forked here. It's only JR can do. At first, I thought it was the best match of the night, and now I think they're kind of just all even because this was like a gimmick match. You have to take that into consideration. Of course, a gimmick match is going to be better than a regular match, maybe, between the wrestlers. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really. The only gripe I have is Moxley wrestled for that title twice during this special thing of Fyter Fest. Like, why didn't they have this? Why did they just have this? Why did he have to wrestle Machine Gun night one? Why could they just hype this up for a week and then had this? Like, that could have been better and give somebody else that spot. Either somebody else that spot from night one to wrestle who didn't wrestle, like Barry Jungle Boy, who's got 50 wins and fresh off a heavyweight championship match. Why is he not wrestling during Fyter? Why is Kenny Omega your champion not wrestled in, like, what, almost 2 months now? Why is fucking Miro not have a match on the card? I don't care if the crack is part-time. Put his dumb ass on the card and make him wrestle. And, defend his championship. He's a champion who hasn't wrestled in, like, a month. Like, I swear it's been, like, a month since Miro wrestled. That's really the only gripe I have about it. But, like, besides that, it was a great match.
Brettzky, who was the Japanese wrestler that Moxley defended that belt against on Dynamite a couple months ago?
Ooh,
the old guy?
Oh, the old guy. Yeah, I can't remember who that guy is.
I can't remember his name.
Hockey? I don't know.
Something like that.
Well, up next is NXT.
Oh wait, we forgot to say. Just remembered. Excuse me, remind me of Japan. We're getting Painmaker Jericho against Nick Gage.
Oh yeah, nobody cares about that.
That'll be. I mean, because there's a lot of theories that we're going through, like, all the lineage of Jerichos. I mean, that could be cool.
Well, he hates Y2J.
Oh, he does.
Of course, NXT presents In Your House, the Great American War Games. Oh no, they don't need to have fucking specials every goddamn week. They're NXT. Their show's special enough. The End is Here. Armageddon song plays over Samoa Joe and Cross video package. Haven't heard that song in a while, but they used to use it all the time. Samoa Joe comes out and calls out Cross. Regal comes out and explains Cross attacked Ref Joe, not NXT Superstar Joe. Regal demands that Joe not make all hell break loose. Joe said this will end tonight. I can't guarantee it'll end peacefully, but he guarantees somebody's going to sleep. He was correct, but it wasn't the right person we thought. Xia Li gets all Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on us in her video promo. Diamond Mine comes out, gets jumped by Kushida and Fish. This leads to Strong and Russ versus Fish and Kushida. I don't believe I've seen either of these teams perform together before, but you could have fooled me. This is a smooth flowing match, and the chemistry is flawless with all four men. Roddy showing us all why he is the messiah of the backbreaker, working on Fish and Kushida. Rust McIntyre is what I'm calling him now. Bust out the scissor kick to Fish, even Fish hooking him while in the abdominal stretch. Kushida faces Kyle O'Reilly, teams with Fish and fights Roddy and Diamond Mine. Next, he is going to team with Straight Sonya and face Adam Cole. And that's what I was saying. Next, he's going to team with Straight Sonya and face Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, making his run against the defunct Undisputed Era complete. Kushida picks up the win with the hoverboard lock to Rust Brettzky from the top. We have Samoa Joe coming out and Regal, their whole explanation and stuff. What do you think?
Joe turned a stupid concept into really good promo, because I mean the concept of, and he's like semantics, like yeah, it's like Ref Joe. I think that was a weird out. I don't know. I think that was the kind of like that was like of all the reasons it could have gone with. I think that was one of the worst ones. But no, we actually did. We finally did. I didn't know if we actually would. We got a mention of Monday Night Raw, but we did not get anything else other than that. And everyone on Instagram is saying, well, I mean, if you really want to protect Regal, just send in Jeff Hardy and fucking get him right away.
Put that cracker right in his spot.
But no, I mean, I think Joe is such a fucking good promo. He can turn anything into fucking gold. So he, like, I respect you, so I'll end this tonight. I can't promise it'll end peacefully. That was great. Like, great line from Joe, of course. Then we go to Xia Li. I mean, yeah, I mean, just more like hyping up the match, saying in character, whatever. And then, yeah, I agree with you, Mangria. Like, I mean, it makes sense for Roddy and Russ to have maybe trained, like, as being, we'll be a tag team, whatever, but, like, because they're in Diamond Mine. But, yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Kushida and Fish, and they worked, I mean, they're all four great wrestlers, but they worked really well as teams. It was a very well laid out match. It wasn't overly fast, but it wasn't overly slow. It was really good pacing, at least from my end. But no, it was just a lot of fun to watch. It was a great opening match to have on the card, and Russ tapping out immediately. Roddy does not take the pin or the submission. Russ taps out immediately to save himself, and I think the finish went great.
Cesar, thoughts on the opening segments of NXT this week?
Yeah, I was hoping Joe was gonna murder somebody. And I was like, all right, we're gonna start with Joe killing people, and let's get this fight fought. Let's go ahead and do some work. But of course, yeah, Regal came out there to piss on it. So hopefully Joe's gonna go extra crazy tomorrow. Tuesday. And that shit should be really good because Regal's probably still be choked out. We're leaving Joe in charge and he's gonna start stabbing people. Yeah, so I knew they were gonna draw this out once they did that, and I was like, all right, it'll be all right. We can keep that shit going. And then old crackers, old diamond crackers came out there fighting old Fish and old Sheeta. And these four guys took it to town. They went to work. Always great tag team action on the old NXT. We all know Fish and Bobby know each other, and apparently Fish and Sheeta have wrestled before back in the Indies. They mentioned that shit too. And old Lee Barrett probably said something dumb. I can't remember. But no, this was a very good match. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say if the right people won or not because like the new faction, you don't want them to lose too early. But then Russ still the newest guy that we know of has to pay his dues. So yeah, Roddy didn't get pinned, and Kushida as a champ gets some wins, and he got his revenge from them jumping him that 1 week. and Fish did need some wins. So yeah, I'm not too mad at the outcome of the finish. I feel like it could have gone either way. But yeah, this was great. Good stuff.
Up next, Vanilla Virgil and LA Knight show up in his fancy car. LA orders Grimes to get his bags out of the trunk and bring them into the arena. Drake offers to help, but LA stops him. What is this? Bring your idiot to work day? Who brought you? Disrespecting Drake. They'll be facing each other later. We then get the announcement that on August 22nd, 2021, TakeOver 36 will happen. Samoa Joe pacing in front of the entrance, waiting for Cross. Then we get Frankie Monet versus, didn't quite catch your name. It's Jane something?
JC Jane.
What is it?
JC Jane, I believe.
JC Jane. Frankie Monet has Jessica Maya. The match starts. Robert Stone shows up uninvited as a cheerleader for Frankie. Mandy Rose shows up behind the commentator's table and lays on it. She gonna flick her bean to Monet. After Glam Slam, Frankie gets the win on a smiling Jane. Did you catch that? When she smiled, when she pinned Jane, Jane was like smiling, like she was happy after taking the Glam Slam. I guess she was just happy to be out there. Yep, Camel Toe City from Frankie. Cesar, what did you think of Grimes and Knight showing up and Drake getting disrespected?
Yeah. I don't understand this either. If that guy's your butler, why are you wasting your gas driving to the arena? Like he said, he's rich. He should be driving his car. He should be driving his car with you in the back seat. That makes more fucking sense.
Or at least a limo or something.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
And make him pay for a limo. He's your butler. And then
he pays for gas. He pays for the gas.
Yeah, he pays for the gas. But yeah, getting the bags out the trunk. Man, I this ain't nothing for me. I grabbed these bags. Them bags were empty as shit. The bags were so fucking light. Couldn't even put like something in there, like just a few weights. The bags were empty as fuck. And LA Knight probably, man, do you got a damn story for everything you do? Jesus, man, just get the bags. Like we said, these two guys are comedy together, entertainment, and then they do work well in the ring. And then here comes old
They
Maverick.
have to be a tag team. Man, I hope they can be a tag team in the future. Come on, they're gonna be golds with promos together. Oh man.
So yeah, then old Drake walks by asking to help. No, man, he's got it. Then yeah, now they gotta have a fight. Even though they advertised this, and now they're just kind of showing how this fight happened. They don't care how the fight happened if you're trying to be like, this is what's going on, because they didn't even put the earlier sign on it. It made it seem like that was going on right now. Should have put the earlier sign of like, when he was arriving to the ring, or nobody prefaced that. Arriving to the arena. Nobody said that. And then he's like, you want to have a match tonight? Yeah, just tell me some earlier. I see it's daylight outside, but it still don't get dark till 9 o'clock, bitch. So even if it is live, like fucking, it's Tuesday at 8, like it's still bright outside. So, especially in Florida. But yeah, we all knew this was coming. This up-night match was coming. And then what was after that?
You can comment on TakeOver, you can comment on Samoa Joe pacing, or you can comment on Frankie Monet versus Jane.
Oh yeah. All right. So we knew Joe was gonna. Yeah, whatever. We're stretching this shit out all night. All right, fine. Yeah, TakeOver is gonna be dope, especially when we know what they posted on Instagram about that later. And then yeah, Frankie Monet has the other half of the Robert Stone brand. I guess Stone coming out there and he's arguing with that bitch. And then yeah, fucking Wade Barrett once again finding a way to steal the show. Wait, what are you doing? I can't see. What are you doing with that paper? I'm trying to give Mandy my phone number. This cracker Wade trying to get some cooch. He's supposed to be working.
And then Beth goes like something like, she's right there. She can hear you say that.
She can hear you say that. You don't have a shot with her. What old sick dick Vic say? You gotta
say, I have a better chance of bench pressing 500 pounds.
100 pounds than you do of getting a date with Mandy Rose. But like she is right there. Like they're right in front of them. I'm trying to give Mandy Rose my phone number. She's right there. She can hear you. Boy. Old fucking Barrett, man. This fucking guy, man.
I'm gonna give her my Spotify.
Yeah, my Spotify. Oi. This dude is gold out there. But yeah, the match was fine. Frankie's gonna probably just keep beating these bitches till she gets a proper like feud or opponent. And yeah, I'm fine with that.
Brettzky, you know why LA Knight's bags were so light?
Why?
Because they were filled with Drake Maverick's W's. Now, what did you think of this segment?
Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Jesus
the
fucking Christ.
disrespect.
He had a couple in the tournament.
He almost won that damn tournament.
He almost won that damn tournament. Yeah.
In which the winner had a fucking phenomenal segment later in the night. But no, this was great. I mean, yeah, obviously like the soul semantics of, you know, like not having the earlier sign or any of that, like, yeah. But I always like having a reason to watch the fight other than like, oh, why are they letting Drake Maverick get killed? You know, so like I liked having the reasoning behind it. And also fucking Grimes being the butler is everything that we hoped it would be and more.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. You know, if we pull up in my Rolls Royce, well, shut the it was my car. So it was fucking great. Yeah, then what was like fucking takeovers happening? Like, yeah, I mean, we know that. I mean, Dragunov and Walter, like, oh.
Yep.
That's good. Good. It's gonna be good. As Booker T would say, gonna be good.
Shocky ducky, quack quack. But
okay, we come up for you.
Oh man.
The first of two segments of Samoa Joe pacing back and forth in front of the door.
Yeah, it just building up anticipation, reminding us of like, oh yeah, that's happening. So I mean, yeah, it was good. And Joe can pace like no one else can pace. Yeah, then we get the match of I love the whole like sub story of Robert Stone being like, yeah, I'm in this, right? And everyone's like, no. Like you see like Frankie when he's like even like her like eye rolling at the end of the match when she was leaving the ring, like, who's this fucking guy? Like, so that was great. You know, I mean, Mandy doing the whole Trish Stratus thing, and kind of Scarlett Bordeaux when she was in TNA. That whole thing. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, she is enough of a name to where Mandy Rose fans be like, oh shit, Mandy Rose at NXT, I'll go see you. And she's enough of an established name already-ish to where they're like, you know what, you can learn a thing or two from these bitches in NXT. Not to call no bitch. You know, you can learn a couple things from these people, from these women, and you can get some more eyes on the product. So I mean, I think it's good overall, and I'm very intrigued to see where it goes. And the first thing I thought when she laid on the table was, where the fuck is Wade? Like, is he? And he's like, oh, I can't see. Fucking gold. And man, if Pat McAfee didn't exist, he'd be commentator of the year. But yeah, man, this is JC Jane yelling a lot was like Paige, but like if she was a 13-year-old child, so it was funny to me. But you know, I mean, Frankie Monet getting these easy wins is how you build someone up, and also makes her seem like more of a prima donna. Because like, I'm gonna do a world premiere encore. It's like, oh, who the fuck? You beat this nobody? Like, okay, cool. So it makes her more of a heel. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm loving the entrance, and I'm loving her cockiness after she wins. She's a fantastic character.
And the super HLA pins that she does.
Yeah. Hey, the woman enjoyed it. She had smiles all over her face.
Oh yeah.
Up next, Johnny and Theory were interviewed. Kyle interrupts and challenges Theory to a match. Johnny says, "You want to be like Papa John? You want to be like Papa John? You're on your own tonight." NXT moving to Sci-Fi for 2 weeks. Oh boy. Wade sit down with Oathquake. Oath taking on Adam Cole next week. Then we get Kyle O'Reilly versus Austin Theory. Is DMX back from the dead fucking doing Austin Theory's theme song? It's pretty cool. I liked it. He did the no-look high five.
I thought it was his old theme.
He did the no-look high five with nobody in the ring.
Nobody there. Yeah.
Crowd pro Austin. They were cheering him. O'Reilly targeting limbs right out the gate. Austin doing a great job at counters. He's a crybaby, Austin says right into the camera during a headlock on Kyle. Kyle does an intense setup to a sitting Austin just to slap him across the face. Commercial picture-in-picture. Austin goes for a pinfall attempt, 2 counts. Kyle then steps up his arm attacks. Kyle counters dropkick into heel lock. That was pretty sweet. Wade calls Austin the prototypical athlete you'd want to have. It's just he acts like a meathead at times. Oi. Kyle relentless attacks on Austin's arm. Kyle even gets an ankle lock on Austin. Austin putting up a hell of a fight. Possible wrestler of the week winner this week. Austin tries to use the stairs on the outside, and Kyle snaps. Guess he has some PTSD about some stairs. Leaps onto Austin's leg and locks in the heel lock for the win. Kyle has some fucked up teeth. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time he's got the toothless Timmy syndrome. This is like the before picture of toothless Timmy. But Brettzky, what did you think of Johnny and Theory interviewed first?
I mean, yeah, classic. You want to be like Papa John? Want to be like Papa John? That was great. But yeah, I mean, just a classic interview and showing, and we get to this later. We showing some turmoil in the Way family. You know, grown men don't cry often, but they do cry when that segment comes up later. But yeah, so then Kyle the way Kyle challenged him and approached him was really good as well. So I mean, it was good. And then we get to the match, right? That was the next thing.
The next thing is NXT moving to Sci-Fi for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're gonna get like 40 people who watch.
Hey, they're gonna be getting tripod numbers.
That's it, bro. That is it.
And Wade sits down with Oath
relationship with Sci-Fi, but yeah, then the Oath Cake thing, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, it was more just like these sit downs are always good. Like, there's nothing really notable about them. It's more character development and pushing the stories without actually like having a full on in-ring promo. So it was good. And then was the match.
And then the match. Yeah.
Bro, when I say I jumped out of my seat when he countered that missile drop kick into the fucking heel hook. Oh my god, dude. Kyle O'Reilly impresses me every fucking week. Like, that was incredible. But no, this was a great match. I mean, commentary is selling Austin Theory so well the entire time he's been in the way of like, yeah, he has all these tools, but he's a meathead, but he's just young. Like, and he has the new theme. It's gonna be awkward when he turns 24, and because his theme's like the first time is based on the fact that they say he's 23. So it's awkward when he has a birthday. But no, that new theme is awesome, and the way it incorporates the way, like I popped at that actually. I'm like, oh shit, man, he's got bars. But no, this is really fucking good, and the way the commentary also sold the PTSD for the stairs was great. How they're like, yeah, he got fucking he almost died on those things. He's gonna be mad. Yeah. So I mean, this was just all great. It was great progression for both of their characters, and as well as what we see later on in the night with the Way. It was great for Kyle to get another win and Austin to show out what he can do. Austin Theory, dude, is so good. He has so much unlimited potential. But yeah, no, this was just a great match. I mean, I would argue this might have been actually the match of the
week. Match of the week. I liked it a lot.
I agree.
Cesar, your thoughts on the Way segment where you want to be like Papa John?
Yeah, always good. Way is never bad. Never bad. Motherfuckers are entertaining as hell. And then he was like, yeah, gotta go by yourself. I just left. What the fuck you mean, bitch? I ain't gonna go by myself. Yeah, that was good. And then the match, wait, was something else in there?
Well, Sci-Fi, NXT moving to Sci-Fi.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, and then the match, Austin Theory with Kyle O'Reilly was really fucking good. Just shows you how good Austin Theory is, that he could hold his own with Kyle O'Reilly. It's not that Kyle was pulling him up, like they were dead on, even in the ring. Great moves by everybody. Super good match. Yeah, it's definitely the match of the week. Very enjoyable. And then Kyle got a win. And then we'll get to that when it leads backstage with the Way.
Up next, Straight Sonya and Wallbutt interviewed about Zaya, and then it's Mariachi Madness time, or as Vic called it, Mariachi Madness. Santos sends mariachis away, not gonna entertain the crowd. They ain't working. We're not Hit Row. Hit Row, come out. They call mariachi music trash. I agree.
Mrs. Mangria, he called.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna tell your neighbors. I'm gonna send a letter.
Hit Row, all capping on Brown Order. I didn't write everything down, but I was laughing the whole time. They all took shots at him. It was fucking funny. Santos gonna take that title and bring it back to Mexico. Pendejo. In-ring face-off. Santos tries to go Jarrett on Swerve. B Fine stops it. Swerve then tries as well. Mendoza ends up getting that guitar. The Way backstage. Candice yelling at Johnny and Austin. Indy says if he wants to kiss Dexter, let him kiss Dexter. They all look at her like, what the fuck is she talking about? The bickering continues. Austin sadly walks out. Like Brettzky said earlier, oh man, please do not break up the Way.
Well, he was on SmackDown, so.
we get an NXT UK commercial. Joe is confronted by Regal at the entrance for the second time. We get this segment with Joe at the entrance. Peacefully, please, he says to Joe. Cesar, the Mariachi Madness segment.
Yeah, so first of all, you have the Negras rap, and then you got the wetbacks doing fucking mariachi shit week after week. You got the Puerto Rocks rap, you got the Negras rapping, you got these motherfucking NECs out here eating chicken and rapping. You got these motherfuckers out here talking about tacos, playing mariachi. The Mexicals, get the fuck out of here, Vince. We know you watching. Doing this racist shit like this. Did you guys happen to hear after every line Top Dollar spit, they were yelling trash in the arena? Oh, that shit warmed my soul. I was crying laughing. He was like, I'm Top Dollar trash. Oh my God, yeah, him, Adonis, and Swerve and B-Rad, and then they went and had some chicken later after hitting him with their guitar. That's what they do. They eat chicken in the NECs. They celebrate by eating chicken. They go celebrate by eating chicken. We've seen it. They go to KFC and pop out right after this shit. Yeah, that was fine. They're probably gonna have a 3-on-3 match at some point. We'll see how that pulls out, and then it'll maybe take over be Swerve versus Escobar, and we'll see how that turns out.
Just Escobar.
Oh, whatever, man. You know, that's what that cracker said. I'm Pablo with Escobar.
The Way backstage.
Of course, Indy tries to steal the show, man. She try and get some pipe, man. Let her get some pipe. She might calm down. You know,
some God pipe.
Some God. that God pipe might be deadly, man. She might not ever come back. She might just stop talking. God pipe knocked the voice right out of her.
So knock the accent right out of her mouth.
If they ever come out in a fucking wheelchair next week.
Oh my God, I would die.
It was Dexter's birthday.
Yeah. He just smiles. He just smiles the whole time.
The first expression.
He's never smiled, huh?
He doesn't have any expression.
He's never had an expression on his face ever.
Yeah, he comes out in a wheelchair. He goes over to Vic and Wade and just like high fives and just walks.
Yeah, exactly.
No look, high five.
Yeah, he gives a no look to Beth. She's like, "We're next." That shit would be funny. Yeah, Austin Theory gets all sad and leaves, and then apparently he's on SmackDown taking pictures with John Cena. I hope this isn't another call up again. Like, let that man stay down there. The way is gold. They were gold. I mean, they started off with Indy, Candice, and Johnny, but adding Theory only added like more greatness to the way. So let that man stay down there and get his shine.
Brettzky, the only thing that would have made that segment better is when Austin was sad walking out. They play the Hulk music, the sad Hulk music from the TV series.
Oh my God.
What do you think of the Mariachi Madness segment?
I love this. I love this so much. This just was great. Santos is such a. I said this a while ago, but then like Andrade had a couple of good promos. Santos is the best Latino talker in the game right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, other than Rey Mysterio, but like, I think right now Santos Escobar is on another level.
What about Dominic?
But no, I mean, this was great. It's like, yeah, no, fuck you guys. Like, I'm not gonna pander to you like Hit Row. Hit Row just comes out and does not pander. They just get they get called trash and just fucking rag. Dude, both of these factions are money, and then you put them together and it's ultra money.
Yep.
Like, it was great. Free money. That's true. It is free money. Man, NXT is about to cause some major inflation the way they just printed out all this free money. But but no, I mean, this was great. I mean, I'm excited as hell to see Swerve versus fucking Santos again, because wouldn't be insane. The fact that they're referencing shit like, yo, they got kidnapped. What the fuck? Like,
only dudes who got kidnapped and sit back, bro.
No, bro, they had some fucking lines in here. I mean, then the fucking mariachi that he beat him with a guitar. Oh, that was so good. I don't know where fucking Wild or I don't know where Wild went or the other one, but no, this was great.
But no, called Ice.
Yeah, he called ice on himself.
The way segment was next.
I couldn't even see the TV through my tears. Austin Theory. Austin Theory, man, he's what a when he first came up and then he was like doing the shit with Garza and Andrade and Zelina and then all that. He was like good, but like we're like, who is this guy? Why should I care? I am invested in Austin Theory right now.
You almost said Austin Gunn. Everybody, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I almost did. Yeah, every time I say Austin Gunn, Mangria spends another $50 wasted on a cameo.
Hold on. Let me say it one more time.
We all know.
But no, Indy, when Indy said, "What if he wants to kiss Dexter?" I fucking lost it.
Let him do what he wants.
Let him kiss Dexter.
If he wants to kiss Dexter, let him kiss Dexter. What?
What?
And Austin was like,
Austin wasn't even sad at that moment. He was sad and then was like, what?
But no, I mean, it was fucking great. It was very entertaining, and I think it's good for Austin Theory to leave the way eventually, because all good things must come to an end. And he's a guy.
Don't you put that evil out into the world, Brettzky.
What is with you, baby? You know how this works. You know how this works.
This man's 23 years old. Like, he has so much.
He just got music that refers to the way, and it's an awesome theme.
Yeah, I'm not saying he needs to leave right now. I'm saying they could just try to reconcile. And he's like, you know what? No, like, I'm good. Like, I got my confidence. You call me all this, Papa John. I don't have hard feelings with you, but I can't stay here with all this fucking nonsense going on.
Then he beats Apollo Trash for the IC title and comes back to NXT. I did it, Papa John. I did it. What the fuck? What the fuck? You fight me for that title right now.
But no, it shows character progression, because the whole thing is that he's an immature meathead and he doesn't know when to. But this is him maturing. It's like him being the one who's like, these guys are dysfunctional. Like, what the fuck? Like, so it's great character development. I'm all for it.
It's funny, you guys. I think you both mentioned when Austin Theory was with Andrade and Angel Garza. It's kind of shades of now with Pac and the Death Triangle. It's like kind of doesn't fit in. There's a white dude with two Mexicans.
There's a white dude
and
with
then Austin Theory was like with two Mexicans.
Yeah.
But I digress. Up next is the NXT Breakout Tournament continues with Andre Chase versus Odyssey Jones. Shades of the Nation of Domination gear, by the way. Odyssey Jones. Of course, an uphill battle for Chase, having to face a 400-pounder. After a botch on the outside where Jones was supposed to catch Chase, who leapt onto Jones from the ring. Chase got some offense in thanks to the tower and the ring post, but Jones comes out on top, of course, and advances. MSK tries to tell us what MSK stands for. Imperium Video Package interrupts it. That was mildly amusing. Pete Dunne and Lorcan Video Promo want to scrap with Double T and Chompa Mad next week. That's going to be awesome. Then we get LA Knight with Vanilla Virgil versus Drake No Entrance Maverick. Grimes told to hold up the $1 million belt. We get To the Moon chants from the crowd. LA Knight distracted too much by the chants and Grimes not holding the title up over his head. Drake capitalizes and wins with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. The roll-up, LA attacks Drake, wants Grimes to join in. Grimes tries to walk out, but LA forces him to punch poor little Drake in the face. Cesar, your thoughts on the NXT Breakout Tournament match between Andre and Odyssey Jones?
No, the disrespect, you gave that match like 2 lines of notes. It was like a pretty good match. Like the way that dude had to fight underneath.
Trust me, I was wildly distracted. People have horrible timing. I just gotta say that. Only in those hours. Only in those hours. The rest of the day,
only Tuesday 8 to 10. Only Tuesday from 8 to
10. For over here, it's 5 to 7.
5 to 7. Yeah.
He's got Hail Cesar. I've got the Jew of the week. We need a segment for you to complain about your family.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think of the match?
No, these 2 guys put on a show, man, for like 2 unknown guys. like that. The smaller dude having to fight up looked like he was in control much because he is like they said he's been a pro for like over 10 years, and the other guy was new. They put on a hell of a match. Goddamn near a clinic for two guys who I have never seen or done any homework on. They put on goddamn a clinic. It was damn near free money. If this is the future of NXT, it is in fucking great hands so far with the first two matches that we've seen. Like all these guys are pretty much good. So I mean, inevitably, hopefully, Vince dies and then Triple H takes over, so all the older NXT guys get called up for Raw or SmackDown. What? Everybody's thinking it. I can't say it. Is this not a safe place?
What move did Jones win with? I didn't catch the move.
I can't even remember. I'd have to.
Wasn't that the World's Strongest Slam?
Was it?
It was something. Yeah, it was something deep. It was some power move that he won with. But no, these matches was good. I liked it.
MSK trying to tell us what MSK stands for.
Yeah, and then Crackers Imperium come in there. Oi. I'm sorry.
Oi.
Biscuit ass biscuits Imperium come in
Stone
there.
ass scones. No.
Yeah. Scone ass scones. They come in there on some my father told me to respect the bitch, you ain't been wrestling since you 3. What do you mean your father told you to respect the mat? Probably a fucking street sweeper talking about respect the goddamn concrete. So bitch. What you talking about? Go eat a biscuit and drink some tea, bitch. High noon. Eat a dick. I was trying to learn
a chimney sweep?
Probably that too. I don't know. Cracker was doing something. I don't know. Biscuit was doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Bitch was drinking tea. Threw in the ocean fucking 800 years ago. I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what MSK was. I was upset. I didn't get to hear the story. I was hoping Beth was listening. Her dumb ass was probably watching the TV instead of going backstage. She should know. She hangs out with MSK eating popcorn and shit. Now I need to know. I want to know what it stands for. Probably stands for some dumb shit. I couldn't even think of anything funny to say right there, and that disappoints me. But
next week we're getting Pete Dunne and Oni Lorcan versus Double T and Choppa Mad.
Free money. Grab a passport, motherfucker. We going to fuck shit country. This shit about to be some free fucking money. This shit should be on TakeOver. It's gonna be so good, but it ain't.
Yeah.
Hopefully on TakeOver, get to some MSK, Choppa Mad, Fight Pit, or these 4 crackers fighting again in the Fight Pit. I need some Fight Pit. Bring back some Fight Pit. I just want to see 4 teams. I want to see 4 assholes in the Fight Pit fighting. Somebody get hurt. That's all I want to see. Not hurt for real, but hurt enough.
LA Knights with Vanilla Virgil versus Drake, no entrance Maverick.
Yeah, LA Knight. Yeah, just respect the Drake. You fire his partner, then he's got to show up in the ring with no music because they don't know what to use anymore because they can't use that whistly rock shit. And they don't even know what generic ass music they gave him in the Cruiserweight Championship fuck shit. They disrespect the Drake.
Who's the man? I'm the man.
Who's the man? I'm the man. Yo, give him that shit. Give him some Rockstar Spud shit back, man. But like this motherfucker has survived 2 rounds of firing. This motherfucker Drake is a cockroach who don't quit. Respect to you, Drake. You got fired while still having to fill out your contract on pay-per-view, and that nigga showed his ass. Showed his whole ass and said, give me the contract. Triple H said, I got to pay this back. He's too old. Now they firing motherfuckers again. Fired a whole women's division on SmackDown. There's only 3 bitches left. Not to call it, well, yeah, I didn't call him no bitch a hoe, but yeah, there was only 3 bitches left. The Champ, Liv, and Mella. And they had to steal half of NXT bitches, fill in the spot because these bitches had nobody to fight. Oh my God, Pam. Sorry, it was full of Pam. Respect to Pam. R.I.P. You get back.
Pam on Twitter, by the way, posting pictures of like her with her TV and like the leg cast and she's like, fuck all of you, you did this.
It's so good. So good. I was training for you. And then y'all put me in this chair with this cast. God damn Pam. I need Pam to pull Britt Baker come up commentary. Just yell at Mac.
Commentary?
Oh, imagine she came out in like 3 months and just started yelling at Cole. Commentary, Pat McAfee still just being an idiot. Oh, it would be cool. Such good shit. Such good shit.
Or like Pat like stands up and like starts doing the fucking guitar thing on the table. She goes, Bailey, get up here. Oh wait.
Sorry. My bad. Shut up, Pat McAfee. Then yeah, Of course, like I called it, Drake was gonna get that win. Yeah, Grimes is too distracting outside. They're just too comedy together. It's gonna lead probably to a match at Takeover where Grimes will win the $1 million championship and be free from his butlering.
Cesar, they could have used the Sad Hulk music again when Grimes was forced to punch Drake and then he walked
oh
away.
my god, yeah. Oh my god. Sad Hulk fame could have got paid this week.
That's right, man.
Paid this week.
And the crowd turned on his ass too.
Yeah, boo. He's forced to. He's his butler. He'll help Drake back out. He'll help Drake. He probably gave him a couple thou, later. He's like, here, make this.
Rolls Royce
The NXT breakout tournament match between Andre Chase and Odyssey Jones.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this. I mean, I'm a fan of OJ. I'm a fan of OJ.
Sound like Austin Gunn.
You.
Yeah.
The disrespect. Disrespect. I'm putting you both in my note. You're my 13th reason. Oh my god. But no, I'm a fan of OJ. I mean,
not that OJ.
Yeah.
That's the NXT OJ. Not the juice on Twitter.
Yeah, just don't give him like Carmella's manager or something. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Her and Graves going to dead.
They're his neighbors.
He reminds me. I mean, obviously, you can't not say he doesn't remind you of Mark Henry.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, with the shades of the nation gear.
Yeah, the size, he's got the world strongest slam and all that. So I see why they see in him. I think he has a lot of talent and a lot of potential, just from what I've seen, the small amount of shit I've seen, and also that I forgot what the other guy's name is. What was the
Andre Chase?
Yes, Andre Chase. My apologies. I mean, Andre Chase. I mean, they said like it's been around a decade or whatever it was. Like in the biz, like they should put on a very good. I mean, they had the botch, but other than that, it was still pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I see Odyssey winning, and he has a charisma. So I mean, he has the potential. I mean, I could see him winning. I honestly could, but I guess we'll see what the championship layout is by the time if whenever the finals come around to see who they would challenge. But yeah, I can see Odyssey Jones winning.
Imperium stepping all over MSK.
This was great. I remember one time you said that like Imperium doesn't have a character, but the fact that they don't have a character is like the best. Is their character, and like it's great. Like they don't have like any frills or any all that extra shit. There's like we want to wrestle and we think everyone else should wrestle and not do other shit. So fuck you. Like it's great, and the fact they interrupted the promo was great. I think it's just hilarious. And then the fact that they came back and it's like they were high-fiving Mac and Mackenzie be like, yeah, that makes sense. Like this all makes sense.
There you go again, Austin.
You call me that.
Wow.
You call me that one more time. There wasn't even a Cesar prompt on that one.
Now I hear it. The Cesar, now I hear it every time he says
no. The first one went up an octave. And that's why I said it.
Yeah.
But like the second one was a flat yeah. So I was like,
I hear it now every time he says it now.
I'm gonna get all proper. So indeed, this was a
Indubitably. No.
Indisputably. This was quite the good scrap.
Good scrapping lads.
Yeah, then speaking of scraps, we go to fucking good lord, Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan versus Thatch and Champa. Good lord. I mean, what else can we say?
Just start printing.
What else can we say?
Just start printing.
Was Mav versus LA Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. I mean, I kind of expected it, but this was great. I mean, they play off each other great. LA Knight and Grimes as we expected. And I mean, Drake Maverick is a guy who can go, who like has that underdog ability in him. So I mean, it all worked out and it was all great. And then just getting the extra little bit of heat on Grimes, but it's like, no, fuck you. Like the games and all that shit is over. Punch him. It's like, I have to. Bam. That was great as well. So I mean, I think this was just all around a great segment. It wasn't ever meant to be like a classic wrestling match. It did what it was meant to do.
Brettzky's been looking forward to Cameron Grimes segments since the beginning, but now I must admit that's what I'm looking forward to now. LA Knight and Cameron Grimes segments. That's the highlight of the. They're kind of. I'm forgive me for saying this. They're kind of head to head with the way now with me. Like they're both as good now. They're both as entertaining to me now. The way and LA and Cameron. It's really, really good. It's such good shit, pop. But up next, after Joe runs up to the what he thought was carrying Cross's car, pulls out some honky, says, he's at the front entrance, it's not him. We go to the main event for the NXT Women's Championship. And fellas, if you would have told me 6 months ago, hey Mangria, the main event of NXT in 6 months is going to be Xia Li versus Raquel Gonzalez, I've been like, wow, what are they back on the network? Why would they do that shit? But 6 months after, yeah, I believe it. Straight Sonya is 6 feet tall. Xia Li, 5'3". Xia Li comes out with sword. Zero crowd reaction. There was crickets actually. Straight Sonya comes out with wall butt. She's 9 inches taller than poor little Xia Li, but no, not poor little Xia Li. She held her own. Straight Sonya showing off her strength, tossing Xia around, but Xia gets the advantage, wrapping Straight Sonya's left leg around the ring post, then pushing her into the stairs. Commercial picture-in-picture. I've heard that fucking BLT Summer Carl's Jr. Hardy's commercial 400 times this past month. Enough! Okay, sorry. Xia continues attack on Straight Sonya's leg. Xia dominating Straight Sonya. Never thought I'd write that. Straight Sonya does put in some offense, but this has been all Xia Li so far. Multiple counters, multiple pin attempts. Dakota Kai looking oh wow. Okay, never mind. What? Dakota Kai looking concerned. Straight Sonya hurt Xia when I was writing notes. Does ref Vader bomb senton maneuver actually hurt Xia Li? Straight Sonya retains with one arm power bomb. I guess Xia got her bell rung or something. Was that legit?
Yeah, she hit 2 of those moves, and it looks like her either like her arm or her chest was like hurt or some fuck shit.
Something was up with her, but after
she still ate that fireball.
Yeah, Samoa Joe storms into the ring, calls out Cross. Cross is on the Tron. He hurt Regal. Joe runs in back. Cross drives away. Who provoked who? Is what Cross says. Brettzky, your thoughts on the
words started playing in the background.
Yeah. And then we gotta have the Hulk music playing again.
No, no more words. No more words.
No more words, yeah.
Thoughts on the main event of the night?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I don't know if that was legitimate or not from Xia, because I feel like if it was legit, they wouldn't have had her take the powerbomb. It might have just been more playing off of what happened with Mercedes. Yeah, I don't know. But it worked out because, again, it saved Xia from taking a true loss, and you can just be like, yeah, well, I guess I wasn't ready. I'm going to go back into training. I think it was good for her to get this exposure and to get this opportunity to like show what she can do in that pressure situation. Because like obviously she's not there yet, but she could be very soon. So I mean, I think this was definitely a very good opportunity for her to show what she can do. But, I enjoyed it. I mean, how could you not? Raquel doesn't put on bad matches. Raquel's a different woman than we've seen in a very long time when it comes to being at a top level and the way she performs, and it's always great. And so I really enjoyed this match. Xia looked good, Raquel looked good, and everyone came out, I think, fine. Yeah, then we get fucking Who Provoked Whom. That was I mean, man, if Raw didn't happen, this would be so much fucking better. This was so great. Like the way this was done and the shot and the waiting of when's Cross gonna get here, what's Joe gonna do when he gets his hands on him, and you're like, oh fuck. But then you think back, like, well, I mean, then you see all the comments on Instagram and Twitter, like, yeah, just send in Jeff Hardy, they'll be fine. Like, play no more words and Cross will run away. Like, it's. I mean, you read everywhere that like the NXT locker room thought it was like they interpreted that as like a message being sent to them when Cross lost. And also, I don't know why Jeff Hardy did a heel maneuver to roll up with with feet on the ropes. It didn't make sense. But
this will go another hour if we talk about what happened on fucking Raw.
We had to mention it. It had to be brought up because Cross was brought up.
Your point being? Yeah, get out these grievances. Get these grievances, man, Grill. Type this shit in the chat. and be over with it. You gotta talk it out.
It doesn't make sense, but because again, like not everyone who watches Raw watches NXT, but I'd say a decent chunk of people who watch the main product watch NXT. Who watch NXT watch the main
tickets. Yeah, people who pay for tickets watch NXT.
Oh yeah, so they're like for the most part. So like, I couldn't take. It's like he has his first loss. He's not indestructible anymore. His first loss should have been to Samoa Joe, or something else. But like,
or Adam Cole or somebody else.
Right. Samoa Joe should have tapped his ass out and left him sleep like he did Adam Cole.
Or just like not even tapped him, just like choked him out fully and have him pass out.
Choked him out, yeah.
And then he can be like, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to Raw. I never actually lost it. I passed out. It's not a real loss. And he just goes up. So like, it didn't make sense, and it diminishes everything.
On his birthday.
On his birthday too, yeah. You know that he was angry fucking Scarlett later that night, and Scarlett just like, you know what, I could. She's like, you know what, I'm gonna be sitting down tomorrow, whatever. He needs this. He needs this release. But
she on the dog. She's like, give me all the back shots.
No, it didn't make sense, and everything Cross does now. It's like, well, he doesn't have that luster, that mystique to him anymore. So I don't know. It was a great way to end the show. It was a great segment and a great reveal. It was Raw.
Cesar, go ahead and wax poetic on the main event, please.
Yeah, man. This match was really, really good. I was just Googling a second ago. It says Xia Li isn't really hurt. They just thought she was. She thought she had a broken rib. I think it's just like bruised a little bit. So she's fine and good to go. And that's why they went on with the ending of the match. So she won't lose any time or anything. But yeah, this was a great match. Xia Li had to get up that mountain, of Big Mommy Cool. And she was showing some grit. Yeah, you got to break her down. No matter how many times we see it, everybody wrestles different. The way Ember breaks her down isn't going to be the same way Xia Li breaks her down. It's going to be the same way Io was trying to break her down. So it still brings you a great match to have. And I thought this was deserving of a main event match. If not this, Kyle O'Reilly and Austin Theory. But this should have been like before it. If this was before the Kyle O'Reilly match was the main event, I wouldn't have been mad because this is like two great matches, back to back, like no pause in between. Because we all know that LA Knight Grimes is like good but filler. It's entertaining. So it could have had that match in the middle and had these two great matches back to back, and any one of them could have main evented. And I would not have been mad. I'd be like, damn, that was a great match. God damn, that was a great match too. I probably would have hyped up. Either match would have hyped up the other match probably even better. But yeah, man, these two women went at it. Good shit. New and improved Xia Li is killing it. When you saw her before, you're like, man, this chick's never gonna get out like the first hour of TV. And now you're like, hey, what? She can keep wrestling like this. Bitch might be able to hold this title one day. She might be able to hold down the company. When Vince steals all these bitches up, and then you gotta have somebody still be the veteran. So yeah, I was happy with this. It was great. And yeah, you got Cross showing the title talking about this says I can go wherever I want to go. All right, so you can't go back to Raw because you're gonna have PTSD about your first loss, cracker. And then you can go SmackDown and get rolled up by Apollo Trash. So I mean, I don't know what the fuck. Like they never talked about that like it didn't happen. You lost. They lucky I ain't on NXT because if I had to fight Cross, I'd say that in my fucking promo. I'd be like, bro, you lost to a 45-year-old man in 2 minutes. You expect me to be afraid of you now? You're not undefeated anymore. You ain't magical. You ain't special. You ain't special unless she out here. So maybe I'll just sign this contract when she gets banned from ringside so I can win this title in 2 minutes by rolling your dumb ass up because you can't see it coming. I mean,
hold on, let me put on some face paint too. I'll put on some face paint.
Yeah, get some cracker shit to sing me out to the ring. All I gotta do is dance in the ring. You can't see this. Throw a towel at your ass, hanging in my back pocket. I mean, what do you want us to do? We can't let that go. And then you put it on Instagram. You put it on Instagram if you said it was his birthday. Like you was like, oh, happy birthday, Karrion Kross. And then got rolled up by Jeff Hardy. It's on YouTube with probably 8 million views because their YouTube page gets hella views. You probably go to WWE Raw right now and see Jeff Hardy versus Cross and watch actually the whole match because the YouTube things are like 4 minutes long, so you have a minute and a half of fight.
Even if on this Monday, Cross goes out there and murders Jeff Hardy,
it
still got the stank. He still got the stank.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm looking up WWE Raw highlights.
Well, let me say this real quick on regards to the women's match. If I could fantasy book right now, I would love NXT Shayna Baszler to take on Straight Sonya now. That would be, you want to talk about hitting the jackpot on free money. That would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That would be fucking
That would
great.
be really, really good. Gonna be good.
Are you done, Cesar, with the NXT?
Yeah. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Jeff Hardy versus Karrion Kross on Raw.
Oh my god.
See how many views this got. Let me see how many views this got. Well, show me the highlight. Oh, show me that shit, bitch.
The Great Brettzky 99. Go ahead and give us your plugs while Cesar researches.
25,000 views.
How many?
25,000 views.
Good lord. Yeah. So,
Sorry, 900,000 views. 25,000 thumbs up.
Oh man, how many thumbs down?
2.7 thousand.
Good. Yeah, so, and this is 100, I was trying to say this 100% serious. This is not the Great Brettzky, this is Brett Bogner talking. As everyone knows, if you listen to this podcast, I love Everrise. I was a big Everrise fan. And so they, ever since they got released, they do this thing on YouTube. I think it's like the show rules. I think that's what their tag team name is. And I've watched it, like it's entertaining to me. I watched them when they were Everrise in NXT. And so they recently they tweeted out like, oh, we're looking to, bring people on, expand the show, kind of bring people, try to see what we can do. And I actually, I sent an email and I'm going to be helping out with some social media for them.
Wow.
I'm in a WhatsApp chat with both of them and like the other guy that they're working with, like for major marketing. And so that's like incredible. Like I'm going to be like talking with them like just casually every day, most likely. I mean, I haven't had anything
that's cool, man.
laid out yet.
Nice. Good for you.
But yeah, so I don't know how, and I think I'm going to talk to you. I want to talk to you guys like off air. I'm going to talk to you off air about this as well. I don't know how much time it's going to take up, especially with me going to school again soon. Like I haven't watched APPW in about 2 weeks. I barely got a chance to watch NXT and AW this week. So especially with this new thing, like I want to do the best I can with it, obviously, because those are connections that I have that could, like, eventually, work out for me like, in the long run. And so I will just say this to you guys, and we'll talk a little bit after if you want, but I don't know how often I can necessarily show up here and like give actual input, because I don't know how often I'll be able to fully catch the shows and like not have it on in the background. I'll try my best to get on like whenever I can, but I just I didn't want to just like flake and disappear all of a sudden and be like, yeah, kind of pull with something that Mangria and I know too well as podcast hosts, just random like, oh yeah, we got a cancellation, I don't want to, it sucks, and I don't want to do that, but I just wanted to extend the gratitude out to you two and to all the listeners, because frankly, I was saying this earlier with my mom, like I wouldn't have become as much of an Everrise fan as I did if it wasn't for me wanting to be an asshole to both of you two. And so it worked out. Like, I get to like, help them out with, social media and maybe like, get to know them a little more and work with them. I mean, they're like fucking going over to Kevin Owens' house and babysitting his cats when he's on vacation. Like this is like, I'm very excited about like this opportunity and where this is going, but I just wanted to let you guys know on air and let all the two people, and then the extra 3 views are from me, Mangria, and Cesar watching it once.
And Aunt Donna.
Yeah, and Aunt Donna. And then, then Jake saying he's going to watch it and then not watching it.
He watches the intro, then closes it.
Then closes it, yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for, everything. Like,
no, Brettzky, man,
the opportunity.
I told you from the beginning, dude, and I'm serious. You are the future of entertainment, and this is the beginning, man. You're gonna go places. I could see it from the beginning when I first interviewed you on episode, what was it, 3 of the fucking Hangover. You're funny as hell. You always contribute the comedy, you contribute the good to this show, and we wouldn't be the tripod without you. So congratulations, man. That's incredible.
I appreciate that, but I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to like all of a sudden be like, yeah, no, I can't do anything. And just like, why? It's like, oh, I just can't. So man, I'm not gonna be an idiot asshole like that. So I just wanted to, let you guys know what was going on, because I know you guys have always been, we say it is like a moniker, we're all the Tripod Brothers, whatever it is. So I wanted to fill you guys in, let you guys know about that. But yeah, so that's kind of that was my announcement. So if you happen to be seeing some posts about Everrise, you're following, or the show rules, whatever they are now, you see them on Twitter, you see anything happening on there, that very well could have been me. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing. So I guess I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know about that, and just once again, thank you guys for kind of giving me the platform and the confidence and the just the opportunity to go ahead and do that kind of thing.
No problem,
man. That's awesome. That's awesome job for you, man. Awesome job for you. And that means we back. I can get Saturday nights off because I ain't got to do this fuck shit no more, because I ain't tripod without Brettzky, and Mangria's got to find 2 other assholes to film it with.
It's gonna be
the TRY.
JH and Sticks. And JH and Sticks can take over.
Did you want to plug the faux pod?
Oh, we're doing plugs now too. Yeah, I can. Yeah. And so I will plug. Go on YouTube to the show rules. That is, of course, formerly known as Everrise's their YouTube page. They post a lot of content. They're doing a live. I think they're doing live, like a live podcast type, like behind the show every week. I think Thursdays that they're trying to do it. So I mean, it's really interesting. Like they're talking about like how they wanted it on Thursday. They talk about like getting released and what that whole thing was like, and a little bit of AEW news. So it's very interesting. It's a very fun time. You can actually participate. I actually was able to get on it actually, because you could just send them an email like with a question. They let you come on the show. So it's really cool, really open like that. Yeah. So I have my own podcast. It is called the Faux Pod Podcast. Haha, get it? Is TheFauxPod. There's a space between the faux and pod, obviously. It's basically just me. I'm trying to take it in more of a college advice and like life advice kind of direction, just kind of more narrow it down a little bit, see if we can expand that a little bit. But it's me talking to my buddies. Mangria's been on episode number 13. Cesar's been on double that, episode number 26. Just talking about life, pandemic. Cesar talking about beers and wrestling. Mangria talking about movies and wrestling. There's the last one. The latest episode was the group sessions with my good friends Jacob Jasser, Chani Kadamaseti, and Alex No. That was a fun one. It's not always about wrestling. It's about just life and college and advice and how to go through and figure everything out. On the bottom, Mangria is currently listening to episode number 63 with Cameron Leifer. He talks about being a Twitch streamer. And all that fun stuff and a lot of video games. So it's a lot of very varied topics. It's a little bit of the same skeleton every time, but you can learn something new about someone you already know, or you can learn about an entirely new human being. Just scroll through. If the title seems funny or interesting, the description is funny or interesting, go check that out. Always appreciate it. Leave it a subscription, follow, and 5-star review. We have an Instagram at thefauxpod.cast. That's at THEFAUXPOD.CAST. There you can find posts about new episodes, throwback episodes, the joke of the week polls, all the plugs, and any updates on the podcast. You can follow on Twitter at thefauxpod_cast, a little bit less all-inclusive because of Twitter's limitations. We are on online. It's www.thefauxpod.weebly.com. And yeah, so give it a listen, give it a like, subscribe, share, retweet, comment, whatever it is. And I am on Instagram as well at the Great Brettzky 99. Go give me a follow if you want to. I'll see if I accept you or not. And yeah, go check out on Mangria Field's YouTube all the past episodes of the Tripod, all of After Party Pro Wrestling, APPW. We got Money in the Sank coming up sometime soon. Again, I haven't been able to watch recently.
August
so next
1st.
August 1st. So there we go. But yeah, go check all that shit out. And yeah, that's all I got.
I have checked out the show on YouTube. It's a digestible 10 minutes. I
Yes.
watched the first 2 episodes. It's pretty funny. The dude is all amped up. He's got energy for days. But wow, Brettzky is gonna be hooking up with those guys soon, doing something for them. So
I don't know if hooking
future.
up with them, though. I don't know about that.
Exciting future for Brettzky. But Julius Caesar, what are your plugs as you got some butt cheeks on the back of your head?
So I just checked your shop, Mangria. I think this shirt just got pulled. So unless you ordered one, I'm looking at a 1 of 1 gravy hash juice Only worn for 2 hours t-shirt. That will put on Etsy or some shit. I don't know. If you're watching this far, and obviously you are, it is Julius_Caesar, spelled that way under my name. I just spelled it right for you. I am on the Instagram. I am on the Twitter machine. I'm even on the damn top looking at butt cheeks and laughing at stupid shit. So if you see a funny TikTok, send that shit my way. Now I gotta remember my password for fucking Snapchat. If I guess you're gonna be Snapchatting with Everhose. I'll watch that shit. Let me see my password. It's the same everywhere. Pretty much all I do is post about either funny shit, dumb shit, or wrestling shit. All up on the Twitter machine, all up on the Instagram, all up on the talk, always. So, did it get pulled? Are you checking?
I think it did. Yeah. Oh shit.
I got a 101, bitch.
It says your design does not adhere to our community guidelines and standards.
I wonder if it's because you have an ass covering your star and shitting on it. That could very well be.
It's probably because of the butt cheeks in the middle of the Star of David. But the fact that they still made this shirt and sent it out before it got pulled is hilarious.
That's incredible.
Brother Quarter got rejected. I made a Dynamite Season 2 shirt, got rejected.
Yeah,
and,
I didn't see a lot of shirts.
Gravy Ass Juice, rejected. Wow.
What was a Brother Quarter shirt? What did it say?
It's because he's flipping off. He's flipping you off on the quarter. Yeah,
you should blur it. You should
but the fact that there is a shirt that says not to call no hoe no bitch, and that still has not got rejected. It's still up there. You can get that shirt all you want.
Man, I should have bought that fucking Dynamite shirt when I had the chance.
Wait, how did the Dynamite shirt get rejected?
I have no idea. Maybe it's because it has meat in it. I don't fucking know. You know how stupid.
It just says Dynamite. I don't get it. Oh my god! The fact that I still got a 101 shirt. I got a 101 shirt.
Wow, that's a collector's item right there, Caesar.
I never put this shit in a frame, bitch. It's a classic. I gotta cut promos.
Put it in the man cave.
Yeah.
Well, you heard their plugs, ladies and gentlemen, and mine, as Brettzky said, APPW. I'm investing most of my fucking free time in that. I don't even talk to my friends anymore. Like, I'm recording matches, doing commentary, making designs, editing Caesar's promos. Me and Troy are like this, so we're in constant contact.
Sure.
So it's just
Brettzky doesn't know about Troy, the edit guy.
I'm just fully invested in APPW.
We'll talk about Troy off there. We'll talk about Troy.
Trying to make it as good as a product as I can. And the next pay-per-view is Money in the Stank. The next 7 days are going to be me fucking on my phone, trying to put it all together, make an entertaining show for the 12 people that watch. Thank you to everybody who watched. It's fun to do. I love it. And 2K22 is sponsoring SummerSlam. Does that mean it's coming out earlier than October?
It usually does come out near Madden, and Madden always comes out in August.
No, it usually comes out in October, but like they
usually... you're right, October.
Maybe because of the year delay, maybe it might come out earlier.
So I mean, but they've been working on it for a whole year, so they might drop it early. You never know.
They probably want to drop it before they have
the
characters.
I can't wait.
But they were definitely probably
2K20 ever again.
They were definitely probably ready. Probably ready to drop it when people were back on the road. So they can probably try to drop it in arenas as well, or tell people to go get it.
I'm gonna have my wife throw 2K22 in the air, and I'm gonna go fucking skeet that shit. But APPW Mangria Field YouTube page. You're watching this already. You know where to find everything. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Thank you, everybody who's watching and supporting the product. I'll get my spreadshirt out there more if I can get some designs that aren't rejected. But until next time, folks,
you gotta let the people know.
Oh, hell, Jesus Christ.
I'm Jewish.
And Cynic is still a bitch, even though he has a new name.
It's true.